and poodles, you're in the dog house. With your boys, Doug and Ryan Stewart, the Two Live Stews.
The originators. Man, we started this whole thing, man. Two Live Stews, YouTube.com. Two Live Stews, Facebook.com.
Stewart Media and Entertainment.
What up to the Qs? Shouts out to all of the Stewies and the Stewettes.
And we've got to thank God every minute of every day. Good morning, world. Good morning, dogs and poodles. We appreciate y'all for being here. Good morning, Sigma Dad. Good morning, Griff. Good morning, Why Not 2403. And an honorable mention for his finest, the great Cuzzo Fly Tie. Good morning, you too, Dougie Stu. How you feeling today, sir?
Fantastic, sir. How about you?
Absolutely Stu-tastic.
How was the weekend, man?
Busy weekend, man. I mean, soccer tournaments, softball games, practices, play rehearsals, wife out of town to start the weekend. I mean, I had one of those ones this weekend. I had one of those ones. But
I know.
Thankful, man. Thankful. Everything is good. Everything is good.
Okay. All right. I don't think I commented about the video that you posted with Morgan playing baseball and getting her first hit. We talked about it a little bit, but I hadn't seen the video.
Okay.
Of the hit. And
well, real quick, I don't want to fuss to start the show. It's a Monday. But you and Mom were the first people that I sent the video to, and you put a heart on the video. So what you're telling me now is that when I send things in chats like that, you're just making little symbols to acknowledge them, but you're not giving a damn and even watching them at all.
No, that's not the case. That's not the front.
No,
that's not.
Real quick. I don't want to fuss, but I sent the video to you and Pumpkin, and there's a purple heart and a pink heart from each of you, which typically signifies that you saw said video, but you don't watch videos. You just act as if you do. And okay, I got it now. Okay,
that's not the chronological order of the way things went. But I'm talking about on the show, and I just wanted to mention how live it was. That she's rounding the bases and she throws her hand up in the air like she hit a home run, man. That was great.
Black Power Fist.
Right. She threw up the Black Power Fist. So I just thought that was cool as hell, man.
She's awesome, man. She loves softball. And these NIL deals should start rolling in any minute now.
Yeah. So I thought that was dope as hell. I went to a play this weekend, man.
Ooh, new boo, huh?
Yeah, so I went to a play this weekend. Jason's Lyric. Do you remember that movie? Did you see that back in the day?
I do remember that movie. I have seen that play. And
wait, you've seen the play?
I have.
When?
Who's the new boo?
It just came out. It just came out like in the last year.
Who's the new boo?
Listen. What do you mean you saw Jason's Lyric? You mean you don't mean
the movie, not the play.
Oh, okay.
I saw the movie, not the play.
Okay, all right. So you just saw. Put it back up one more time, Tree, and you're watching the Two Live Stews experience.
Shouts out to the great Drusilla Winters, Neil's wife,
Alan Payne, who starred in the movie back in the day. And this movie is probably like 30 years old. I should have looked to see when it came out originally. Eva Marcel, Tretch from Naughty by Nature, K. Michelle.
Just going to see plays. You're going to tell the whole story or what, man?
Tyrin Turner, a.k.a. Kane from Menace Society. Freddie Boom Boom Washington, Lawrence Hilton Jacobs all the way on the far end over there.
Isn't that the
Welcome
dude
back,
from,
Carter Flame.
Isn't that the dude from Boys in the Hood?
No. The dude all the way far to the right is
second to the right.
That's Kane from Menace Society.
Menace, not Boys in the Hood. Menace, right? Menace.
Yeah, that's Kane. But the dude all the way to the right is Lawrence Hilton Jacobs, who's been in acting Hollywood for 50 years, man.
Long time.
Welcome back, Carter. Hey, Mr. Carter. All of that, and then you also have Victoria Rao, who you just mentioned, was a long-standing character on Young and the Restless. That's her on the far left.
when you
Neil's
say,
old lady.
this is not a joke when I say, whenever you say boo, everyone wants to know who. That's not a joke, man. I'm just curious. Who's the new boo, man?
So yeah, it was good. The play was real good. It was packed. You ever been to? Well, you've been.
What time did you go to play? It was yesterday. And this is your boys Doug and Ryan Stewart, the Two Live Stews experience. What time was the play?
Saturday, 3:00.
3:00.
Yeah,
okay.
They had an 8:00 and a 3:00.
So you were in the play with an earbud in on the opposite side of where your new boo was sitting, watching the Masters on your phone, right?
Oh, I was watching the Masters a little bit. I was going back and forth, but it didn't have great reception in the facility. The Cobb County Amphitheater or something like that is the name of this venue.
Loose next side. Doug called the police on King like Chauncey did in Minister Society.
Chauncey. You went back just now with Chauncey. But yeah, it was good, man. It was packed out.
Morning, loose neck.
This facility in Cobb County Energy Center or something like that.
Energy Center, yes.
Yeah. It was good. That place is huge.
I've actually done a play in there. I was on stage at the Energy Center.
What?
That was one of the places where we had a run for one of the plays we did about a decade ago.
Huh. Okay. Yeah, I'd never been in there. So it was good. Shouts out to them.
I was about to say, yeah, you've never been in there because when we did that run, I think it was 5 shows. You didn't make it to any of them. I was about to say that, but it's no big deal. I mean, you were busy. You were selling mortgages back then. No big deal.
Nah, I went to a couple of your plays, and maybe I did go to that and just don't remember. I just don't remember going in that particular place.
That's probably what it is. Quick question, man. Do you watch kickball? You know there's a professional kickball circuit?
No, I've heard.
World Invitational Adult Kickball Championship. You've never watched it?
No, but I've seen it. I mean, I played kickball growing up, so I know the game.
Whenever I see these things pop up on TV, I watch them in their entirety. I love kickball, man. I love kickball. And their strategy is terrible. But I know for a fact that if I was playing professional kickball in this Turf Wars Invitational, that I'd be one of the top NIL getters in the league. I knew I would.
So, I mean, kickball is no different than baseball, right? The rules. It can't be, right? It's the same thing.
Other than you having the ability to throw the ball and out your person. You can hit the person with the ball. You can't do that in baseball. In baseball, the ball has to be in the glove when you out somebody. But you can throw the ball at someone in kickball to get them out.
Yeah, that's the equivalent of baseball, kind of, sort of, to me.
Okay. I'm a huge fan, man. I just loved it.
Yeah.
And, well, I don't know. Yeah.
You
it's really
huh?
It's the simple things in life, man. That's all. That's all, man.
How did we get here, man, in our 50s and talking about how excited about kickball we are? How did we get here, man?
Being in our 50s has something to do with it, though, man.
Time flies, man.
It's the nostalgia of life, and you look back like I can remember playing kickball in the 7th and 8th grade at middle school with Coach Verbal, man. I mean, we really enjoyed that.
Right.
So it's the nostalgia of it all, man.
Yeah. Good for you. Good for you. It is Monday, Man Talk Monday, Ballers and Busters. We got Last 48 coming up a little bit later. We talk about the biggest memes in the Two Live Stews Facebook chat group over the last 48 hours. We got a top 5, the return of the top 5. We're going to read a bunch of chat messages. This is what we do. Can I give out the first baller?
No, go ahead. You beat me to it.
No.
You beat me to it. You beat me to it. It's all yours. You got it, sir.
Well, I mean, it's obvious. I'm pretty sure you were going to say the same one. Ball award to Rory McIlroy, man. He finally gets the Masters win. He's done it. He gets the career Grand Slam. He joins Tiger, Jack Nicklaus, Gary Player, Ben Hogan, and Gene Sarazen as the only 6 golfers in the history of the sport to win all 4 majors. And it took Rory a long time to do it, but he did it.
Is this where we talk about the Masters also, man?
Yeah, go ahead.
Dude, what a freaking round of golf this weekend. Not just yesterday's round. I'm talking about the entire weekend. Rory, who was almost the leader from wire to wire in this thing, literally every day played great and had 2 terrible holes at the same time every single day. So he would lead this thing and put himself out every single day, but jump back in. It was a phenomenal weekend of golf. Did you know that in the final round, it was Rory McIlroy and Bryson DeChambeau? And that Rory did not say one word to Bryson the entire day.
Damn.
Did you realize that?
That's focus.
No, he don't like LIV tour players.
Oh, that's the whole thing. Yeah, Rory's kind of
LIV tour players.
Right, right. Rory's been kind of like the mouthpiece for the PGA. Right. And supporting the PGA, and DeChambeau, took a big bag to go over there and play in the live.
Speaking of big bag, combining his contract and his tournament winnings, DeChambeau's total earnings from LIV Golf are estimated to be between 165 to 170 million. You think his feelings hurt that Rory not speaking to him?
No, he don't care about that, man.
Hey, man, Rory won $4.3 million yesterday for winning Augusta National, for winning the Masters. Okay, right. The average tourney in LIV gives them cash $20 million a win, man. And there's also like a profit sharing aspect to it.
Yeah.
For the folks that told Liv, we too good for you, I'm not coming over there, shame on them.
It's really just ignorant to me.
Well, no, it's not ignorance. They're trying to act as if they have morals. That if they're trying to act as though they're better than those folks over there that have questionable ethics. When what you've done to a race of people, don't even get me started. Don't get me started. But don't have no damn ethics now, Rory, and everybody else that's thumbing your nose up to the Saudis. Don't have no ethics now.
Yeah, absolutely 100% agree with that.
Yeah.
We talked about that when the whole live thing kicked off.
We did.
And how dare they, they talk about other countries and to the degree that we're better than them, we're more ethical than them. It ain't even that serious at the end of the day. We talk about golf.
I did want Rory to win. I did want him to have the career Grand Slams. I do think he is one of the good guys. I do. And golf on yesterday really needed him to find a way to get it done. They did not want to give Bryson DeChambeau that trophy or that green jacket on yesterday.
We just talked about getting older and how fast it happens. I remember when Rory, because he's only 35.
Yes.
And he's been playing for like 15 years. So he came into the sport right when he was like 20.
Well, he was one of those young prodigies like Tiger was. His parents started him when he was like 3 or 4 years old because they just knew he had a gift.
How about this time thing? He's got the little gray going on both sides. Yeah. Like Mr. Fantastic in the Fantastic Four. Yeah. He's got the little gray going on the sides. Like time flies, man. Tiger's done. Rory's got gray growing.
I don't know how done Tiger is, but the odds are against him for sure. I just don't want to say he's done. Okay, I hear you, but I don't want to say he's done.
The fuck is wrong with you? Are you crazy? Tiger Woods is done. Are you crazy?
I want to give my ball a one out real quick. I don't think we're going to talk about it now.
I didn't mean to cuss this early in the morning, man. Are you joking? You serious about that comment you just made? Tiger's not done.
I am, man. I am one of the y'all call me a LeBron. What you call him? LeBron what? LeBron sexual?
LeBron sexual.
Okay, you call me a Bron sexual. I'm a Tiger sexual, man. I am. I'm a Tiger sexual.
You say that loud over a microphone?
I am, man. I mean,
that's that TMI thing they always talk about.
He's one of the reasons why I adore the game of golf like I do.
True.
And I had played it months for a few reasons. I'm going to bring one of them to a TikTok near you real soon. But he's one of the reasons why I adore it the way I do. He's one of the reasons why I wear a red shirt and I'm a Q if I play golf on Sunday because of Tiger, man.
That's true, but golly, man. And not only that, the thing about Tiger, you got to be real careful because Tiger don't even like your black ass.
No, that's what they say. That's what they say.
Hey, I'm telling you, if you and Tiger showed up, we actually had this happen.
in Vegas.
We had this happen
Yep.
in Las Vegas, Nevada,
Vegas.
at whatever casino we were at.
Yep.
A Friday night or Saturday night, we're just in the casino, and we're up there on business. We TV, people kind of know us.
On HBO's dime, we on marquee. We're on the marquee.
So we see Tiger across the room. Hey, that's Tiger, man. Let's go over and let's just tell him, hey, we're a big fan. We casually walk over there, and I guess Tiger figures out that we're coming towards him, and he says, "Sick him with the hounds." And all of a sudden, two big Samoans step in front of us.
It was 7'2". They were huge.
They put their hands on us. No, where you going, sir? And Tiger's peeking out from behind them. Are those ninjas? Like, man, fuck you. We don't want your goddamn autograph anymore.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, we didn't want an autograph. We were just saying what's up.
We didn't even want an autograph.
Right. Yeah, we were going to try to get them on the show. But no, we didn't want anything from you, Tiger. And that cat sick the hounds on us, man.
That cat sick the hounds. Sick the hounds on them.
I want to give my ball a what up before we get any further, man, and tell people what we're doing today, man. Nico Iamaleava.
Yeah.
I want to give him a baller award, okay?
Yeah.
What he is doing, I've waited for quite some time, and I'm proud of him. We'll get into the details a little bit later, but that's right. Nico Iamaleava. Former quarterback at Tennessee. I say former because he didn't show up for practice Friday because they say he wants more NIL bread.
Y'all got to get my paper straight before I come back out here. I love it.
I can't wait for us to talk about this. You and I, sir, will be probably the only two that feel the way that we do about this, because everybody else I've spoken to, shame on him. Oh, the game is going to hell in a handbasket, Ryan. No, this is great.
Yeah. Smithers, sick the hounds on them.
Hey, Coach, Nico's in the locker room. He told me to tell you that he's dressed and ready to go, but he's not coming up until y'all give him $2 million more. Bugatti.
$2 million. Oh, I love it. I love it.
Okay.
I love it.
Up next in the Doghouse with your boys, the Two Live Stews, man. We'll continue with our ballers and our busters. We'll get into this Nico Iamaleava leave, y'all.
Hey, up next, did you get a COVID shot? We're going to talk a little bit about COVID and shots and Kennedys and all of that stuff.
You see how straight my face went when you mentioned that COVID shot, man?
Carmelo's GoFundMe under fire. We're not talking about the basketball player Carmelo. This is the Two Live Stews experience. Don't go away.
Are you tired of workouts that leave you feeling drained? Do you want to push your limits without compromising your health? Introducing NPE, the ultimate pre-workout powerhouse. NPE is packed with natural plant-based ingredients that fuel your body and mind. We're talking about sustained energy, enhanced focus, and accelerated recovery. All this while giving your immune system a powerful boost. But NPE doesn't stop there. It also stimulates circulation, enhancing blood flow throughout your body. And it doesn't just improve your workout performance, it also boosts fertility and sexual drive in both men and women. Whether you're a seasoned athlete or just starting your fitness journey, NPE is here to help you reach new heights. Don't settle for sluggish workouts. Unleash your inner athlete with NPE. That's natural performance energy. This is not your ordinary pre-workout supplement. Our clients will tell you NPE also stands for natural power, peak performance. Every workout.
Kyle Rittenhouse, after he killed two people in cold blood, he raised over $1 million. Wait a minute. The officer who killed Michael Brown, he raised almost $2 million. So don't tell me that when black folks decide to put money and support behind a young brother who didn't start a fight, who didn't threaten nobody, who was sitting where he could have right to be sitting, was threatened more than one time, was physically attacked, he defends himself, and then all of a sudden he's in jail for murder. But guess what, brother? We gonna stand behind ours like you white folks stand behind yours.
Okay, let me
that
be
young
clear.
brother was attacked.
I know you're yelling because you really get worked up when you're lying. But let me say, let me say very clear.
But then it's justified.
Us killing
but when we defend ourselves,
now,
it's murder.
Good morning, everybody. It's your boys, Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart, the makeup of your stews, and this is your Two Live Stews experience. Yeah, man. God bless Carmelo, man. He got himself in a little situation here, man. It's
a little situation.
It's a real big deal, man.
It's a very big deal.
The video we just came back with kind of explains what we're about to get into, man. Give me your thoughts. Share your thoughts, please.
Yeah, so the brother making the point is, or the brother that you just saw in the video about this whole Carmelo Anthony story where he stabbed Austin Metcalf in the heart.
In the heart.
At a track meet in Texas. Evidently, it started raining. And they all accumulated under tents. You know how it is. You've been to track meets before. I've been to hundreds of them probably. Maybe not hundreds of them, but I've been into a ton of track meets. And everybody seeks refuge under a tent. And evidently, Mr. Metcalf told, Mr. Anthony, get out of here. And the words were exchanged back and forth. And dude said, listen, stop messing with me. You keep messing with me, you go see what happened. And Carmelo Anthony went to his bag and pulled out a knife and stabbed dude and killed him. Horrible, horrible story. But here's what I pick out from this story and kind of what the guy was just talking about just now. You can't have it both ways, man. What do you mean? You can't have it both ways. Now, first, let me say this. I think that this was excessive. I don't think a disagreement. Go ahead.
I don't want to do or say anything that could be used against Mr. Anthony. But I ditto the sentiments that you just made. So now I understand. Okay. And it's not up to me and you to determine what fears was going on with this situation with Mr. Metcalf and Mr. Anthony. We can't determine how one of them made each other feel. It's not our call.
Right.
But man, if you had time to go to your bag and grab your shank, you had time to punch him in his nose. You had time to put your hand around his throat. You had time to kick him in his testicles.
Or just walk away.
Or you had time to just, if you walked to your bag to get the shank, you had time to grab your bag and just keep on going. It just doesn't seem like this is going to work out for the brother, especially because he's dealing with these kids right here.
Hold on. That being said,
yep.
Okay.
He has the right to defend himself.
I think this was excessive. I think this was excessive. But I also think what George Zimmerman did to Trayvon Martin was excessive.
We got a list of those, sir.
You got a list of them, and they really started with Trayvon. George Zimmerman thought that he felt threatened and he feared for his safety, he killed this kid.
Well, he didn't feel threatened because he stalked Trayvon.
Right. It's even
worse.
That. In my opinion, the Zimmerman Trayvon Martin thing is way worse than this because that was totally unnecessary. Right. I think both of them were unnecessary. Both murders were unnecessary. The problem that these folks got is that they painted themselves in the corner with the reaction to Trayvon and sending George Zimmerman millions of dollars. You can't say that was okay and he was defending himself then and not say this kid was defending himself now. Right. You can't have it both ways.
I want to add what Courtney Williams is saying here. This is only based on the information we have.
Absolutely. That's another thing.
Says he agrees with us. That's very important to say.
Right.
I wasn't there. There's several different links that's floating around with this thing. I read a few of them, but I don't know what's truthful, what's been substantiated. So I agree with that message in totality that he just made.
Absolutely. There's probably going to be a ton of stuff from eyewitnesses that comes out when this thing hits trial. And this is all over the news. I know we just kind of jumped into it, but this has been all over the news over the last week. A lot of people commenting about it in the chat room. But, yeah, man, I mean, you can't have it both ways. You can't say George Zimmerman was wrong and our system is wrong when George Zimmerman received all these donations for his defense fund, and you mad because people are sending money to the defense fund of this young kid.
Right.
George Zimmerman was a grown-ass man killing a young kid. These were two, and listen, there's all these rumors about, the young man that died and him and his brother, they were twins, I believe, and they were supposedly these well-known bullies, and dude put his hands on Anthony. So there's a lot to come up. But bottom line is there's no way that you should be able to try to make an argument that, everything that went on with Trayvon Martin and George Zimmerman was fine. It was fine for him to receive millions of dollars for his defense, but then have a problem with this. Not at this stage. No way.
Have you seen the video where the young man's been arrested for a murder, and his grandmother is in the cell with him, and he gets up and hugs his grandmother, and his grandmother's like, "Okay, baby, have a seat. Let me talk to you. I don't know if there's anything grandma can do to help you now." Have you seen that video?
I haven't seen it.
Okay. It's a very strong video. And I've been debating for the last 4 or 5 days if I should sit down and show this video to Miles and Mason. Like, if y'all were to go too far, there's situations where you can get no help.
Right.
So you have to, as young men in these streets, when sometimes you may be forced to make a split-second decision, you've got to have the mental capacity to think smart and to think about your future with everything you're doing.
Yeah.
It's a terribly sad video, and I'm thinking about showing it to Miles and Mason, as well as showing it to my students at the schools I mentor, that's 5th graders and 7th graders. I'm thinking about showing it to them too, because if you go too, I think that's the doorbell I heard, but if you go too far in these streets, you got yourself a situation. Come on in, Tree.
Hey, good morning. How are you today? Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
So I don't know if you've noticed, but the children today don't have the, we used to know how to code switch. We knew how to code switch. What I mean is we wasn't cussing around the adults.
Oh my gosh.
When we went to school, we acted one way. We out in the parking lot, we act another way. We go on a job.
Yep.
We act another way. But now the children do not know how to code switch. However they are is however they are. And the parents seemingly, I'm not going to blame parents because I don't do that. I don't know if social media has encapsulated them so much, but there is no code switching. These kids will be cussing like sailors sitting right behind me.
Very valid point, and that reminds me to tell this story, Tree. Last Wednesday, we took the mentors out of the school and took them to a park, let them play football, let them play basketball, let them play on the jungle gyms. We brought them a boxed lunch from the school, but we also made them hot dogs, hamburgers, had snacks and ice cream and stuff for them, sodas, water, drink as much as y'all want, eat as much as y'all want. Just have fun today. A little situation happens on the playground. A little boy falls. Boy tries to help him up. The boy that's on the ground slaps the boy that tried to help him up hand, slaps his arm real hard. So the boy that was trying to help him up slapped the ish out of the kid in his face, right? I saw all this happening, so I ran over there, got between the two kids, and the kid that got slapped couldn't code switch, lost it. That MFer, that band, B-A-N, that band, I'm going to kill that band. I'm going to kill that band.
Oof. Little kids?
He's in the 5th grade.
Okay.
And I walked up to him and I said, let's call him Mr. Martin. I said, Mr. Martin, you can't talk the way you're talking and allow me to hear it. I'm going to have to write a report about what you're saying, Mr. Martin. Mr. Martin, please stop. F you, ninja. F you, ninja. F you, ninja.
Oh.
He goes off as I grab his arm and start walking him away. I say to him, he goes, you get your hands off me. I'm going to murk you too. I'm going to murk you too. As I'm grabbing his arm to get him away from the other children, I look at him and I say, nah, man, you got to come with me. You can't hang out with these kids anymore. And while I'm walking him away, because I had to walk about a football field away to get back to the buses to sit with this kid for the next hour and a half, because he went on this tirade, this cursing tirade for like an hour. I'm saying to myself, just that quick, he's done.
Yeah.
Just that quick. We got to tell the principal. We got to tell the guidance counselor. We got to put it in the report. We got to give details. I got to tell these people that this young man, because he couldn't code switch, he didn't change his language from talking to the kids to now being around adults. You threatened me and my family. Now you're going to get kicked out of school. So I say all that to say these kids are not like us at all. They don't have book sense and or common sense sometimes. And when they do the things that they do, they don't understand the severity of the actions that they're causing to themselves.
Yeah, absolutely. That's 100% the fact. I'll tell a story one day about a kind of similar story, but a little different. But I wanted to read this message right here from Till Dog. He says, Doug, if that kid tries to walk away, they would have sucker punched him and jumped him. That kid wasn't wrong for protecting himself. Yeah, if that's the way the story went, he's going to 100% be able to say, I was defending myself.
Yep.
You know, and I can't remember what the law is called in Florida where the whole thing happened with Trayvon.
Stand your ground.
Stand your ground. Yes.
But he didn't stand his ground. He turned around and went and got a weapon.
Well, we don't know the details of that. Once again, we don't know the details of anything.
The story reads that he went to his bag. He left said situation to go to his bag.
Right. Once again, both excessive, very, very excessive. I'm not blaming anybody. All I know is if they would have just had an old school squabble, you know, smaller kids beat up bigger kids all the time. I'm not blaming anybody, but my whole point to this conversation was it's very strange how one group of people had every excuse in the world for George Zimmerman killing a 15-year-old kid, but now have a problem and think that it's totally wrong and where you can't claim self-defense for a kid having a disagreement with another kid, allegedly who was being bullied. Now you have a problem with people getting donations and him defending himself. We'll see how it plays out in court. Right. I think, once again, both situations and the results were excessive as hell.
Yeah.
Definitely didn't need to happen, either one. Yeah. But it's just strange how that works out.
It is.
Yeah.
It is, man. And the only difference is one group of people have the complexion for the protection and the others do not.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, man.
Was I excessive to give Nico Iamaleava a ball award?
No.
And can we talk about this real quick?
You absolutely are not excessive in giving him a ball award. I love it.
Tennessee and their quarterback have decided to split ways. Nico Iamaleava is the biggest move so far because this was a team that had a chance to play for a national championship. This was a highly touted quarterback, one of the highest NIL getting quarterbacks in college football last year. And allegedly, he decided that he wants to get more money.
He outplayed his contract.
Right.
He outplayed his contract.
Sir,
this is the equivalent of somebody holding out in the NFL.
You just did what's called stealing my thunder. But you're exactly right. In his mind, he and his representatives think he's outplayed his contract and he wants to go back to the table.
What's wrong with that? It's America, Jack. That's how it works. Or that's how it should have been working for the last 100 years.
All I'm going to say is this. For decades, head coaches, position coaches, and scouts for colleges have lied to athletes to get them on their campus. And when they get on their campus, they do the shell game and they move the deck. Okay? They lie to players. They make them switch positions. They lie to players. They don't give them a fair shot at getting on the field and being a starter. They lie to players. They take bigger deals to go to other places. DB coaches or receiver coaches or running back coaches or D-line coaches may leave a coaching position to go get a coordinator's job someplace else. Or they'll leave to go to a better team in a better city. And they do it year in and year out for decades. But now there's a problem when a kid like Nico says, I've outplayed my deal.
Yeah. This conversation is just so crazy in comparison to the past 100 years, man. That we're even having this conversation.
It's bananas, sir.
Dudes are outplaying their contracts, outplaying their deals. From Julius 35C says they're now putting out rumors that Nico wasn't fulfilling his end of the deal by not showing up to signings or meet and greets.
I'm sure they're going to say that kind of stuff about Nico, but I doubt that. I don't know for certain. But if Nico had obligations to do autograph signings and take pictures and kiss babies, I'm almost 100% certain that he was at every last one he was supposed to be at.
Right. I believe him.
Yeah, I believe Nico.
I don't believe the other side, what they're saying.
Now that we've established that.
They've been crooks for 100 years. Why would I believe them?
They've been running this shell game for decades.
Right.
Hey, I don't believe them. I believe Nico. Now, I'm also hearing that to Nico, it might not even be about the money. This your boy, the Two Live Stews, Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart, Two Live Stews Experience. It's not even about the money. It sounds like Nico may want a better opportunity to go someplace where they can win.
Right. Right. So that happens all the time.
He's trying to sweeten this pot to get a better team around him. He fell short in the championship last year, being one of the Final Four teams. They got smoked. So now, if he's seeking out an Oregon or seeking out a Ohio State, maybe he doesn't care about the money. Maybe he'll take less money for a better opportunity.
Absolutely. 1989, I left Newberry College because we sucked. And I went to South Carolina State because I wanted to win. And I wanted to be around my people and see beautiful women all day long and check out the band and go to step shows. And that's a lot of stuff. But that man thought that he had a better opportunity or thinks that he has a better opportunity somewhere else to win.
When you
Nothing
say
wrong with it.
When you say we suck, old Lockjaw in the green room did like this.
Nobody did that, man. Stop saying stuff like that, man. Arlie did not do that.
That's the whole point. That's that old Lockjaw. You missed it. That went over y'all's head.
It didn't go over my head. We just talked about the whole Lockjaw thing last show. It didn't go over nobody's head.
Man, speaking of going over your head, up next in the doghouse with the Two Live Stews and the Two Live Stews Experience, the Hollywood Report. That's up next, man. Speaking of going over your head, man, why do cows wear bells? Because their horns don't work.
Wow. That was good, man. That was good.
It's got to be the Georgia Tech education, man. It's
right.
Be.
That was great.
Their horns don't work, so they wear bells. They can be. Think about it, man.
Richard Bullock gave you like 8 tomatoes, man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We got to have the tomato meter. Just like Rotten Tomatoes, they give the meter. we got to have the tomato meter for your jokes, man. I like that.
Up next in the doghouse with your boys, the Two Live Stews and the Two Live Stews Experience. I got more jokes. But it's the entertainment report with Arlie Wood. Y'all keep it locked.
I can't wait till we have we talk about the top 5.
Congratulations, Nico. I'm proud of you. Wishing you best of luck, sir. Get your money. Know your value. Know your worth. Don't start off with 1 penny less than you want to play for, unless you want to play someplace else for a better chance to win, Nico. Y'all keep it locked to the Two Live Stews.
Get your bag.
When you know what to do with what you got, you can do more with it. All right? So shouts out to my man Lavrell as well as the World Changers, making this thing happen and getting it done with your financial needs. All right? The World Changers help empower individuals and communities throughout financial education and implementation. Your agent Lavrell Hawkins has made significant strides in the financial services industry, using his expertise to guide and support others in achieving financial stability as well as success. Lavrell uses an holistic approach that addresses the mental, physical, financial, and spiritual aspects of being in a well space and place when it comes to your finances, all right? Y'all give them a call, 919-764-4626. That's 919-764-4626. The World Changes Financials and Lavrell are dedicated to empowering you and your communities through financial education and implementation. 919-764-4626.
The young lady on the left side, your left, is Sherry Shepherd.
She look good, man.
She about this big now.
She look good, man.
Ozempic, they gotta put a halt to this Ozempic, man.
But if we're talking about how good she looks, why are they going to put a stop to it, man?
No, I'm joking. She looks phenomenal. She don't even look like the same person. And you know who she always remind me of? She always remind me of the young lady in Abbott Elementary. They always
Quinta Bronson.
Bronson.
I feel like they cousins or something. Yeah, man, that's Sherry Shepherd. She looks good.
Shout out to that dude who made that song because he is.
He
I don't know.
He up right now. How the young people say, he up right now.
Ooh,
he's up.
God. But let me tell y'all about this song. So, first of all, good morning, everybody.
Thank
It's
you.
your
Good
girl,
morning,
Michelle, with the
Raleigh.
Hollywood Report. Happy Monday to all the dogs and poodles and Stu Nation out there. One, there's a problem. People feel like dudes shouldn't do that dance because you can't be flapping your bunkie and fanning. But what y'all have to have a substitute because it's a bunch of y'all doing the dance with big old boots on.
Okay, I'm fine with the dance, but I am 100% against any dude with a fan throwing their fan like that.
You got to do it. Second of all.
Wait. Ryan, what are your thoughts?
Ryan got a fan. Ryan got a fan.
Dudes with fans are out of bounds.
If I had a fan, I would tell you, but I don't. But if I did, I would. I'm not opposed to it because it's just a line dance. That's all. I don't think you're identifying who you are because you're feeling that song that everybody's feeling.
Listen,
the fans are feminine, man.
The man of my dreams
fans are feminine.
Cannot be doing that dance. I can't even do it properly. I can't make the fan go this way and my butt go that way. I can't do it. So I either had to do one or the other. You cannot do both.
Nah,
my man's in. If he can, we got a problem. What'd you say?
The fans are out of bounds for dudes.
Okay. All right, guys can't have the fans. So what are they supposed to do? Clap or something? What do you want?
They do need to come up with a substitute. I agree.
We need a man.
I agree. I agree with both of you.
Maybe men do. They pull out a pistol and they shoot in the air 3 times. Bow, bow, bow. Whoa. I mean, it kind of ties in with the Western theme. 6 gun shooters. Where them fans at? Where them guns at? Bow, 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 bow.
So let me tell you, the day, y'all, let me tell y'all, the day we were at they had a big spring into health at church 2 Sundays ago, and the pastor, he the bros, he's so one of the other, it's both the pastors are the bros, but one of them, he the care pastor, he was so funny, he kept saying, where them fans? And just out of nowhere all day, we were like, say where your faith at, maybe, and we were cracking it. We got where your faith at? Where your faith at? He just kept walking around saying it all day. I could not stop laughing. He was so real.
Wow,
but yeah, we gotta have no guns because then don't the guns they gotta come down.
The shells, no, the bullets would be long gone, but the shells will be kicking out all over the place. You just don't want open fire like that around people.
It was a good thought. It was a good thought.
9mm. No. I'm just talking about a 6-gun shooter like in the westerns.
Then you wouldn't have enough bullets to shoot. And
to get through the whole dance, you got it's a lot of turning.
You're gonna have to have something with a clip. You have to have something with a clip, some kind of Ruger with a clip, something.
Okay,
let's do it.
Listen, you know what it is. It's the Hollywood Report, and we start this thing off right with birthdays, and we have a very special birthday that just passed on Saturday. Happy birthday to Miss Brenda Rivers Stewart, who turned a lovely 21 plus on her birthday on Saturday.
Happy birthday, Pumpkin.
I know we should have got.
We know her as Pumpkin.
Right. We should have got an updated picture, but I know Tree got that picture of me, you, and Pumpkin when we were kids.
It's probably not loaded. You can't throw it at her last minute like that.
Yeah. And I thought about it, and I was like, oh, and
there we go.
Here it is.
Tree is a professional, man.
Tree said, try me.
If I'm not mistaken, I think that might be one of the Easter pictures too.
Right, because that suit is green. I actually remember that suit I got on.
Yep, I had the white jumpy with the green overall straps on it, and Dougie had the green suit.
Did you have your white shoes on?
I had the what do they call those shoes? Boat shoes?
Oh, I don't know.
Whatever those shoes are called. I had those white shoes on too. Yes.
Look at them. Look at that butterfly collar though. Ooh, that boy fresh.
Doug, it's the lean you had with it. You had like a little lean, like y'all don't want this. This ain't what y'all want.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Easter.
Happy birthday, Pumpkin. Has she ever told you she watches the show? Yes or no? Does she watch the show? You think?
Most days the show is on, she does watch the show. I don't think she catches the live, but she catches the replay when she wakes up on the day of a show.
Okay. All right.
And you in here dropping F-bombs and all kind of stuff. Not me.
I apologize for that, Pumpkin.
He's like, uh-oh, my mama watching. I'm sorry, mommy. Well, y'all, first off, it's other people's birthdays that do not matter other than Pumpkin, but we're going to throw out some other celebrity birthdays because your mama's a celebrity in the world. But Peebo Bryson, happy birthday. Happy birthday.
You usually ask me to sing right there.
I thought I was waiting. I said we're gonna throw our birthdays, and you just kind of.
Nah, I'm not going. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
You're far too
people,
kind. You're far too kind.
Yeah, it's very good job. We're going to be asking you. They're asking people to come. They have rehearsal Tuesday and Thursday for Easter, Doug, for the choir. So you should come.
Okay, I'll check my schedule
for the Easter choir. Easter. It's Peebo Bryson's 73rd birthday. Happy birthday, Peebo. Oh, he has some good songs. The Brat. So funkified. 51 years old today. And Brazilian MMA fighter Anderson Silva. I don't watch MMA. I think it's the most barbaric sport ever. He's 50 years old today. And I bet his legs and everything hurt from pinning people down and kicking them in their shins and in their nose and stuff. But happy birthday to those lovely people.
Probably one of the top 2 or 3 MMA fighters of all time.
No question.
He held his titles forever.
Yep.
I had to go look him up. I was like, Brian, who is this? Oh, he be fighting people. It's just anyway. So first off, I think today the first couple of things I want to do is mention. It's not really a question that we have in entertainment, and some of it is not so entertaining. We're going to edutain. So I'm not sure if everybody knew of. I didn't know that any of this had happened. I guess it was quiet, but. Send condolences to the family of Kyren Lacy, who is an LSU wide receiver, 24 years old, found in Houston, Texas, deceased. They still don't know. They don't have a reason for his passing. The unfortunate thing is that today he was scheduled to be heard. His case was scheduled to be heard by a grand jury. So he was found deceased the day before that. Back in, I think it was December, he was charged with a hit and run, fleeing the scene without stopping to render aid, calling emergency services, or reporting the involvement of a crash of the death of a 78-year-old man in Lafourche Parish, Louisiana. So he was out on bail. Not sure what's happened, but you guys probably have a little more insight, being in the athletic world a little bit more. What y'all think happened?
Well, go ahead, Ron.
No, you go ahead, please. You started. Go ahead.
No, I mean, I'm seeing different stories. I saw a story this morning where they're saying he led police on a high-speed chase and crashed and died. Okay. Now, I don't know. These are all rumors at this point. Sounds like to me. I haven't heard anybody from a reputable source really.
I hadn't read that, but what I read was that he took his own life.
Right, and they're kind of assuming this car chase was so he could kill himself. Oh, so okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah. So, but once again, it's all rumors and speculation at this point.
Suicide by police.
Yeah, that's
I don't think there's no official word that's come out. It's terrible.
Very good. Not that it matters, but he was a very good player that allegedly was going to probably get drafted had this situation not happened. But the draft was questionable because of the situation. The stuff that I read made it seem like he was dealing with the pressures of not being able to accept what had happened with the tragedy that took place back in December of 2000. So, but again, we just read the stories that we can read. We're not there. Terrible story. Absolutely.
It is. It is because, we're just seeing so many young people. Just Tuesday at my alma mater, Xavier University, shout out to the XU Gold Rush and the Gold Nuggets. A young lady, 19 years old, in the dorm, my old dorm, decided it was just too much. So she succumbed to the pressures of something. They don't, really know. I don't know if she left a note that hasn't been released yet. But yeah, it's kids doing this stuff. And I'm like, I was too busy trying to party at 19. I could make an F and I was okay. I don't know why this group can't make an F and be okay. It's okay. It's okay.
I created reasons behind good grades to have a drink and celebrate. And I created reasons behind bad grades to have a drink to commiserate. I mean, but I wasn't going to, I can retake that test As a matter of fact, I'm gonna drop this class and get free this quarter, and I'll deal with this class some other time. How about that?
Absolutely.
Yeah. God,
Absolutely.
rest in peace, kid. I mean, rest in peace, dude.
And just praying for his family. That's just just the thought of having to bury your child in itself is enough, but for whatever reason, and just the whole and then I think we put too much. Those college athletes, y'all were talking about the young man earlier at Tennessee who know your worth, and I hate that they didn't put enough reins. It's almost like AI. We can't put it back in now, but there's just going to be so many things that come from this.
I said for quite some time it's eventually going to get regulated, but until they do, we're going to have all kind of situations just like this right here.
Oh yeah, the genie is definitely out of the bottle.
Oh, no question.
With NIL and all of that
stuff. You're
not
going to put them back in there easy.
No way.
You're not going to do that.
Yes. Well, next up, another legal kind of story, but it makes me very, very happy. The exonerated five, who used to be known as the Central Park Five, they have been greenlit because they're suing Donald Trump for defamation, and he was, suing to have the case. He put in to have the case dropped, and the judge was like, no. His the Kimbe Mutombo finger. No.
Yeah.
He's going to have to fight the lawsuit. So shout out to them for, and what they're suing for is Trump continued, even after they were exonerated, to go on even the campaign trail as recently as, 2020, what year is 2024, saying that, they were guilty, they had murdered someone. And all those things were false, all of them. So they sued. He said they were, after all they had endured, Trump still wouldn't let it go. Remember back in the day, he took out like
slander. It's slander.
Libel, slander,
all kind of stuff. Ollie, you have a law degree. Your thoughts on how this case can work out?
Okay. They have not been applying the law. I mean, they've been applying the law, but then to make them, I think they're going to get something similar to like Rudy Giuliani, but then to get it is a whole different thing. Like the courts can say you have been awarded this judgment, but to physically get it is going to be a whole nother thing. So I think they're going to get something awarded.
Trump's got the bread to hold the bread up too. He can hold it over the head for quite some time.
Yeah, and I don't think. Let me. I don't think it was a murder. I think they were accused of.
It was a rape.
Right.
No, but Trump said they murdered someone. That was the whole part of their defamation case. He went on the campaign trail saying that if you murdered, if you did, he put all this whole stuff together, and they were like, "That's not what happened." So that's part of the reason why they
didn't do it. I mean,
they were
bottom
found
line,
yeah.
They did the time for the crime, though. They did the time for the crime, but they didn't do it.
And they were, he took out a whole, full page colored ad in the New York, one of the New York publications, and just tried to make their life miserable. But they are asking for compensatory and punitive damages, saying Trump had knowingly defamed them, purposefully made false statements about them, and sought to indict severe emotional distress. The judge did take out that portion of the claim, this intentional infliction of emotional distress. That's always really hard to prove. People throw it in as a part of their lawsuit, but you have to be like going to therapy and proving it. It's a lot of parts in order to prove it. So the judge did throw that out. Trump's lawyer was like, yes, that's a victory for us. You still got the other ones to prove. So you gonna go to this. You going to this hearing?
Is there a number amount? Is there a request, a number that they're asking for, or is that?
If they are asking for a specific number, I could not find it in publications, but I'll continue to look and see if they're asking for something specific. Most state courts have put caps on what you can get anyway. The jury can award you $50 trillion, but the court says for this type of case, you can only get this amount of money. So I'm sure New York had to do that because it's a state that gets, so many cases. It's huge. They have various districts in there. I'm not sure which area they're filing this, but I'm sure there's a cap on what they can get regardless.
Okay.
The other thing, Tree, were we able to do Glorilla's video? I want to say, this weekend was Coachella and the stars are out, baby. Glorilla, I hate her name and I don't like to hear her talk, but Glorilla,
right.
It's a strong name and she seems like a sweet girl. prefer her far over Sexy Red. Far, far, far over. But she made her Coachella debut.
Okay, Glow.
Hated it.
Little, if you read the comments, it says little cheeks matter too. It was so funny because she's a little bitty something, but she can make that thing shake. Okay.
Yeah, she was shaking that thing.
I have two sides of this, people out there. Just hold me, because one side of me is gonna be Doug and one side is gonna be Ryan. So let's just hold on. One side is like, is this all we show y'all? Why y'all couldn't show like some great experience? Why we gotta be twerking everywhere? Why? Because Coachella is a lot of them. It ain't a lot of us. It's a lot of them. Because we can't afford to be out in the desert for 4 days, sweating and feeling like we're gonna die. My Ryan side is, okay, congratulations to you, girl. Get your money. Woo woo.
Yeah,
So,
liberal Ryan. Tree made a good point in the pre-show meeting. They charge an exorbitant amount of money for this concert to be a concert viewer, and they're in the middle of the desert. They don't own none of the land that they're on. Tree, come on and talk about what you mentioned today in the show meeting.
Doug.
Well, so this is the entertainment report. We could probably talk about it after the trespass, but yeah, I got a problem.
Okay.
With it. Yeah. We'll talk.
We'll get back to it.
Yeah, so shout out to Glorilla for being on there, but I just wish I wanted to play another clip. She introduced
real quick. Are these young people not, ain't they showing their backsides and twerking and not wearing no clothes? Ain't that what they do?
But just
I wasn't surprised at all that she turned around to end her session by giving 30 seconds of ass shaking. But
just because you're used to it doesn't mean it's right.
Well, no, I'm saying
so you're basically saying as time passes, it gets more and more right from what you're saying right now.
I'm saying that's what these young people are doing, and I wasn't surprised that she was doing what they do.
It's terrible, man.
I don't care if it's Coachella. I don't care if it's the president's ball. These kids twerk.
But
they dance, they enjoy themselves. These kids, they don't care about their booty being out.
Well, the reviews are saying that the Memphis rapper took to the big stage in the desert and delivered one of the most heralded performances of the weekend while simultaneously headlining her first major tour. She, is on tour right now. Festival goers were treated to a bevy of Big Glow's hits and also got the chance to preview her latest single, which samples Keisha Cole's hit Love. I was going to play that, but it's got so many curse words in it, you just can't.
Ollie, read that message from FM. Read that, Ollie.
Can't be pro Uncle Luke and anti Gloria twerking. I can be.
Tell him.
Let me tell you why I am, because I don't want that to be the only representation you see of women of color. That's all y'all ever see of us. Why can't you see somebody?
It's okay for in the 80s, for in the 90s for Luke to tell you to pop that Nutsie, but Glow can't turn around and pop her booty. Y'all better stop it. This selective, y'all better stop it.
It's just different. I don't know. I wouldn't all that. I don't feel. It just feels like that's everybody now. Our rap goddesses back then, they were not popping nothing. They were representing. The dancers were popping something. It's just different. Now the rappers is popping it too. And somebody got to not pop. Somebody can.
Outstanding job, Ollie. Well done.
Clearly you're right, Ollie, but it's very disappointing to hear people just co-sign on stuff like this.
Just want to pop that thing all the time. You can't pop that thing all the time. Can you? But Glorilla, I will say that she seems to be.
You can't act like you've never been to Club Excess. You just can't do that.
What does that have to do with this conversation and this particular artist?
Everything. Them girls was popping that thing at Club Excess. That was 30 years ago.
But it's always been levels to this, Ryan. That's my issue. Everybody can't be the same. That's like you saying everybody need to. And shout out to Tiana Taylor. I just want to give eye candy to the men and inspiration to the women. I'm going to do some sit-ups right after the show.
What? Okay.
And she got their kids. She got babies.
Wow.
I mean, that thing, she fine.
Damn.
Super
She
fine.
wasn't popping, but she probably out there doing some kind of dance with her stomach moving and I don't know. Things. Maybe I'm just jealous I can't twerk. Maybe that's it. I can't twerk. Okay. There it is.
Tell him bye, Ollie.
Tell him bye. See y'all in the chat.
Thank you, Ollie. Good job. Up next in the Doghouse with your boys, the Two Live Stews. Let me see. We did that. We
I
did
just
that.
don't
We did that.
understand
Oh,
why
I'll be damned. It's
everything
time
ain't
for a top
okay.
five.
Everything
It's time
ain't
for a
okay,
top
man.
five. Yeah, no, man, but things that are okay that are synonymous with one another should be seen as the same, in my opinion. Yeah, Luke can't say pop that, you know what, and when somebody get on stage and pop it, you got a problem.
Go to break. Go to break.
They don't add up. Top five up next. The champ's gonna do what he do, because it's time for the champ to do that. Two Live Stews experience. Yeah. Have you ever been stranded on the side of the road, Ollie?
Yes.
It's not comfortable, is it?
No.
Dogs and Poodles, if you find yourself in a jam on the side of the highway, give my folks at Bay 11 Towing a call, 404-770-6949. Again, that's 404-770-6949. Being stranded on the side of the road in Metro Atlanta is very stressful and dangerous. Bay 11 Towing is who you need to call, whether you're dealing with a flat tire, dead battery, full-on breakdown, or whatever that may have you on the side of the road. Call our folks at Bay 11 Towing, and they will get to you with a competitive rate and quicker than everybody else in town. Again, that's Bay 11 Towing. That number is 404-770-6949.
Look, I like LeBron. I'm a fan of his. But to walk out on the floor before a game with no shirt on, come on, man. Where we at? What we doing? Adam Silver, if you want to find somebody, put a fine on that. I would never let one of my players walk out on the floor looking like this. I mean, we are a professional NBA league. We ain't summer league. I just think the professionalism in our NBA league has diminished so much.
It's your boys, the Two Live Stews, Doug Stewart, Ron Stewart, the makeup of those stews, and this
Perfect.
is your Two Live Stews experience.
This is this is perfect
Doug is
timing.
Doug comes from the school of Isaiah Thomas, huh?
This is perfect timing. Isaiah is basically saying everything ain't okay, man. LeBron out there with no shirt. Let me hear your thoughts. We know you're a bronzexual. If you didn't know, LeBron came out before a game, no shirt. I think he's done that before. Isaiah.
Well, I was about to say, sir, this ain't the first time.
Well, maybe Isaiah
does
didn't
it
see
all
it
the
before.
time.
Maybe Isaiah hadn't seen him done it before. Maybe he wasn't asked to comment about it before. Hold on. Let me say one thing.
Right.
Isaiah basically echoed what I just said about everything ain't okay. What are your thoughts about your guy coming out unprofessional as hell, no shirt on, in pregame warmups? What's your thoughts?
He's done this for years because it's not pregame warmups.
Okay.
He's out there 4 to 5 hours prior to the arena opening before any fans are in the stadium.
So the point Isaiah is making that it's not
real
professional.
quick,
Bottom line, doesn't matter if it's 4 hours or 50.
As you mentioned, real quick, as I finish, thank you. The pregame warm-up starts 2 hours before the game, and when that happens, he's out there in uniform like everybody else. Uniforms and pullaways. But 5 hours before, he's the first one in the stadium always.
I think
he's done this forever.
I think most people don't care if he did it 2 days before the game.
Well, I don't have a problem with it.
What about the point? Yeah, clearly, I knew you wouldn't have a problem with it.
I don't. No, I don't.
I remember, listen, and this is kind of like one of those things about, back when Bill Campbell tried to shut down Freaknik.
Football players do it all the time also, but I mean, I digress. Don't worry about it. Go ahead.
This kind of reminds me of that conversation we had about Freaknik in 95 when Bill Campbell tried to shut it down. Me as a 22-year-old hated him for that. But me as a 50-something-year-old, I get it. I understand. Okay? It was too much. It was over the top. It wasn't professional. Hold on.
You would side with Mayor Campbell about shutting down strip clubs now, man?
So the point Isaiah Thomas is making is it's not professional. Isaiah's era, they used to do press conferences, post-game press conferences in suits. And then Allen Iverson came and with the hip-hop gear, whatever, everybody really took notes from him and started dressing at the post-game press conferences with all of their street clothes, and the league had to come in and say something about it. Like, I totally get what Isaiah is saying, man. There's a level of professionalism at everything. I wish the NBA players would go back to setting an example, a precedent for young kids that in this scenario, in this environment, you dress like this. In this environment, you have to dress like this. All I did was hire and train new agents for 2 years with New York Life. Out of those, and I did probably 4 to 5 interviews per day. So 5 times 5 is 25 per week. In 2 years, I maybe had 3 people wear a suit. In 2 years, I may have had 3 people wear a suit.
Doug, in 2024, 2025, they're creating workspaces where they tell people not to wear a suit.
Well, I'm telling you,
they've got workspaces where they let people move around instead of sitting at a desk. They've got, as a matter of fact, they've removed desk, and now some people stand. Some people have treadmills in their office.
You're missing the whole. You're missing the whole point. Now, hold on. No. You're missing the whole point of that story, and I think you're doing it on purpose.
Right.
When you go to an interview, you're supposed to dress professionally. You don't
back
come
in the 60s. Back in the 60s, you were.
All right. Let's move on. Let's do the top 5, man.
No, we're not going to do the top 5.
Yeah, let's do the top 5 because I mean, there's no need for
us to have this discussion.
Because you're okay with LeBron coming out in no shirt, and you think that's okay. That's
we won't
fine.
move forward until my rebuttal is heard. And it's that simple. We won't move forward. Thank you. I appreciate that.
You okay? You okay with Glorilla, even though she ain't got no bookie out there shaking her bookie?
But something was shaking. So whether she got it or not, something was shaking. And I saw it shaking. No matter what you say about it, you can't tell me that I did not see the itty-bitty booty doing what the itty-bitty booty was doing, okay? Secondly, sir, things change and times change. Some people may say it's evolution or things evolving, and that's fine. You brought up the job thing and hiring people. Sir, they're not making people come to work with hard bottoms on anymore. They don't have to be in a 3-piece suit. They don't have to have their cubicle or their office where they got to sit in this chair. They're allowing community workspaces where people walk around and talk and come to work in jeans and T-shirts and sneakers. Why am I wearing a 3-piece suit to talk to somebody on the freaking phone? You got to stop it, man. You got to stop it, man. You got to stop it. And Mayor Campbell shooting down the strip clubs, guess what, man? Shoe shows have been around since the beginning of time.
Nobody said anything about shoe shows. I said Freaknik.
Okay.
Stop trying to twist. You're a twister.
I thought you said
you've twisted in the last 15 minutes about the same discussion. You twisted.
Yeah. And athletes that go out to play basketball without a shirt on, man, that doesn't bother me. Because we grew up playing, some people played shirts, some people played skins. That was 30 years ago, man.
Yeah, but that was on the
playground. Problem back then when you were on the skins team.
Did you not listen to what Isaiah said?
It's time for the top 5.
That was on the playground, which you just talked about. They are professional basketball players. Kids are watching them. Kids are looking up to them.
Right, and they should. If they should look up to somebody, it's LeBron James. His charter school, his $1 million in philanthropy yearly. If they should look up to somebody, it's LeBron James, shirtless or not. Father to his children, never seen out drinking and smoking, partying. Yeah, if it's anybody they should look up to, it's LeBron James, shirtless or not.
You're watching the Two Live Shoes experience. Let's get to the top 5, sir, please.
Yep. Tree, I would like for Doug to go first, too. Thank you.
The top 5. How do we phrase it? The top 5 Easter things.
The top 5 Easter things.
Tree, pop on for a second and make sure that we're on the same page with how we label this topic.
Top 5 things that represent Easter.
Top 5 things
that represent Easter.
So the top five things that represent Easter. We'll have our actual poll. We'll have our actual list up. Go ahead, Tree.
She said she came in accidentally.
Oh, okay. So we'll have this posted in the Two Live Shoes Facebook chat group.
Oh, wait.
No later than noon today.
Aren't we supposed to go over the last results first before we go over the new results? We can't forget about going over the last results. Oh, Another victory for your boy. Self-post his own list, Ryan. That's what they call me now. Self-posting my own list, Ryan, is what they call me. Oh, look at this. Another top 5 list that blew you out of the water. There'll be no comparison. All right, now you can go ahead, Doug. I won the last top 5. It's your turn. Go ahead and get into yours.
So we'll post the top 5 things that represent Easter. We'll post our list in the 2 Hour Shoes Facebook chat group by noon today. Coming in at number 5, Easter speeches. He has risen. That's like a 5-year-old Easter speech. He has risen. Coming in at number 4, coloring eggs. Coming in at number 3, good old-fashioned Easter egg hunt. Coming in at number 2, bunnies. All types of bunnies, all shapes and sizes of bunnies. And number 1, that's not what I sent you, Tree. That's not what I sent you.
You should do your own list. She's been known to sabotage people's lists. You should do your own list.
Well, the whole point, my first one, it was an Easter suit, but it was a shirt, tie, cummerbund, lapel pin, socks for $99.99. In our hometown, it was Bluestein's in Charleston. And here in Atlanta,
it was Barron's.
You wanted me to put all that up there?
Yes, that was the point. The combination comes as one price. That's why I put all of that.
He did have that, and I thought that you just wanted
excessive?
to let me. Well, it was excessive,
That's
but
awesome.
I also thought you wanted me to know,
man,
that's what, because you spelled.
Please put his list back up. His list is his list. Please put it back up. Thank you. Let's get.
But
I
got a problem with your list, Doug. It's
my
troubling.
list. The way I sent it to you was actually Easter suit, shirt, tie, and socks combination for $99.
No.
People from the country will get that. They'll understand the point I'm making.
Number 1 is Easter suit. Congratulations.
The way it's going to be posted in the group is what I sent Tree.
Hey man. I don't even want to fuss because I know you're going to do what you want to do, and that's fine. But again, I mean, hey man, Tree has the first right of refusal to post what she wants to post. It is what it is. You got to deal with what you get, man.
All right, go ahead.
Let's put this second top 5 up. Top 5 things that represent Easter. Of course, number 5 is the Easter program and Easter speeches, as Doug mentioned.
We pretty much got the same list.
Jesus is the reason for the season. Colorful Easter fashions when it comes to clothing and gear. You saw the yellows and the greens as you saw in me and Doug's outfits earlier.
Who did this graphic for you? I knew you didn't do this.
Number 3, Easter egg hunts. And now in church, all they talk about is make sure you don't bring any real eggs, no real eggs. But back in the day, we did Easter egg hunts. You'd be a fool if you didn't have a great Easter basket. Candy, chocolate, eggs.
You need to get the dimensions of your graphics better.
Socks, all kind of stuff.
I keep saying that. Look
Easter
at this.
baskets. Y'all shut up. Shut it.
Bootleg.
And last but not least, something
bootleg.
that wasn't on my brother's list. How in the world can you have Easter or an Easter list without a cross?
You getting too deep
Y'all vote for the cross.
you getting too deep into religion for this platform.
No. What?
I think the people.
What is Easter about?
I think the people are going to rebel against you. We'll see.
What is Easter about, sir? I mean, the crucifixion. You didn't mention the crucifixion on your list?
Put his list back up there, Tree. Let me get a snapshot of it.
Got him.
Before I forget.
Y'all vote for your best list. Easter program, Easter speeches, colorful Easter fashions, Easter egg hunts. Everybody loved them. Easter baskets filled with candy, cards, and other stuff that kids like. And the cross. The actual cross. Thank you, Tree.
Ryan, I don't have
egg color and speeches. That's it. That's done.
Ryan, I don't have a problem with you making your list, but the way that it's being sent is compromising. Just can you send it to me so I can make it the right
Yeah,
dimension?
he don't want to send it to you.
It looks
crazy.
He doesn't want. He doesn't.
The answer is hell no.
He doesn't want to send it to you.
I cannot send you my list.
Oh boy.
I don't care if it comes out looking like a freaking octagon.
Jungle Brother Douglas looks like a 5th grader did it. Whatever. I wish I had some tomatoes to throw at you, Jungle Brother.
One more thing, real quick.
Do they got tomato emojis that we can use?
I need to see. Okay, that's mine. Can I see Doug's list?
Mine
Nothing
is great.
about Jesus.
Yeah, Doug. I
reason
just
for the season.
Doug, I'm concerned for you. That's why I didn't want to make up the top 5 this week, because something is happening with you.
He's dealing with something. All you want to do is call the police on people and fuss.
Goddamn right. Call the police on all their asses. And I agree ninja should wear a goddamn suit at the post-game press conference.
If y'all could have saw Doug's face when Glorilla was shaking her itty-bitty booty, it was disgust.
Total disgust. Treated. I'm gonna put my entire number one up in the Two Live Stews Facebook chat group, and not.
Hey man, listen. Ever since I started posting my own list,
not the shortened version.
Ever since I've been posting my own list, I've been winning. What do you think about that?
You've won one time. You've won one time.
Look at Glow.
What do you think her grandmama saying? What do you think her grandmama saying when she see that?
Her grandmother don't watch. Glow's probably bought her a house with a big screen TV in it. She don't watch Glow dancing. She watching Young and the Restless and soap operas and cooking biscuits.
Lord
she ain't watching Glow on no. She ain't watching her granddaughter shake her booty. She's living in the lap of luxury now. She don't give a damn about what Glow doing.
What do you think her daddy say?
Hey, man.
Forget the grandma.
Hey man, I'm not gonna go there with you. Listen,
no, I'm asking you. What do you think Glorilla's daddy is saying when he see that video?
You've got to say something about a cross or Jesus for a top 5 Easter list, man.
Oh no, don't try to
You've
go
got
back
to.
to that's an
You've
old
got
topic.
to do that.
What do you think Glorilla's daddy says about that video when he sees it?
Why were we putting on those nice, colorful suits, man? Why were we hunting Easter eggs? Jesus.
Let's go to break, man. Let's just go to break.
Yeah, let's just go to break. Loser. I'm gonna call the police. I'm gonna make sure people not driving fast.
You goddamn right.
I'm gonna make sure everybody put on a suit, even though nobody's gonna see them wearing their suit when they come to work, wearing them uncomfortable hard bottom shoes. I want you in hard bottom shoes.
And take Jesus out of Easter.
Right. Yeah. Keep Jesus away from everything. I can't.
Tree, go ahead. Let's go to break. Courtney
Are you
Williams.
tired of workouts that leave you feeling drained? Do you want to push your limits without compromising your health? Introducing NPE, the ultimate pre-workout powerhouse. NPE is packed with natural plant-based ingredients that fuel your body and mind. We're talking about sustained energy, enhanced focus, and accelerated recovery. All this while giving your immune system a powerful boost. But NPE doesn't stop there. It also stimulates circulation, enhancing blood flow throughout your body. And it doesn't just improve your workout performance, it also boosts fertility and sexual drive in both men and women. Whether you're a seasoned athlete or just starting your fitness journey, NPE is here to help you reach new heights. Don't settle for sluggish workouts. Unleash your inner athlete with NPE. That's natural performance energy. This is not your ordinary pre-workout supplement. Our clients will tell you NPE also stands for natural power, peak performance. Every workout.
We're back. It's the Two Live Stews. Dougster and Ryan Stewart, the makeup of those stews, and this is your Two Live Stews experience. I gotta read this real quick.
Yeah, I got one I want to read too.
Okay.
Go ahead.
All right.
Go ahead.
Neef Bug 23 said Ryan need to stop. He got girls himself. Glow got that little blank booty stink. I did not want to see it. Listen, man, real quick, Neef Buck. I hung out with my daughter all weekend for this exact reason. I take her to all her softball practices, all her softball games. We talk all day long. I kiss in the morning. I read her stories at night. All to make sure that one day she's not doing the Glorilla on the stage.
Oh, but so you do have a problem with it.
Whoa,
when you ask something that's personal about your own daughter, you have a problem with it, but you didn't have a problem with Glorilla and the effect she's having on the rest of the little children all over America, the rest of the little girls.
Get your paper, Glow. Get your paper, Glow. Do what you got to do, girl.
But you don't want your daughter doing
it.
You don't want your daughter doing it, right? My niece, you don't want her doing it, right?
Do what you need to do, Glow. And listen, y'all can talk about how small it was or not. There's some booty back there shaking.
You're not funny, man. Let's go ahead, Tree. Let's go ahead and do the last 48. The biggest memes in the Two Live Stews Facebook chat group in the last 48 hours.
Get 'em, Glow. That's one of my favorite songs. Get 'em, Glow. That's one of my favorite songs. Oh, this is great.
You really. Let's go, Tree. Thank you.
Didn't say nothing about Jesus or church or cross or anything. Wow.
So it's kind of like the little sneaker conversation we've been having for the last couple of shows. We talked about, who was it? We talked about the last show in their sneakers. Oh, Penny Hardaway.
It was Hardaway last.
It was Penny Hardaway. This is Allen Iverson sneakers.
I've had two of these.
The one on the first two on the second row down, love them. I love the majorities, man. This was like the mid. These weren't high tops like we grew up with.
No, they were 3/4. Yeah,
it was like 3/4 mids.
He tried to mimic Jordan and some of Jordan's shoes, man. And I wasn't a real fan of, I actually played. I got my first interception in the first pair on the top left. They were blue and silver like the Lions colors, but it was that exact pair on the top left.
Okay, I think I remember that.
Yep, that was a comfortable shoe. But yeah, I wasn't a huge fan of the AIs.
I like the AIs.
Him and Shaq both. I think him and Shaq both now have ownership of Reebok and run the company. I think
I did read something like that. Shaq has some type of ownership of Reebok.
Yep.
Shaq got ownership in everything.
He really does. Since we mentioned Shaq, you see the video of him shaking hands and hugging Donald Trump, President Doofus?
Who?
Oh gosh, you didn't see it.
Shaq?
Yeah. I don't know the date or when the video took place. But
right. This was 10 years ago.
I don't know when it was.
Years ago. It has to be.
I don't know when it was. But Trump is in front of him, and Trump turns around and extends his hand, and Shaq grabs his hand and shakes his hand, and they give the homeboy a hug. They speak for about 10 seconds, and then they unembrace, and Shaq sits back down. I got to do more research to figure out more, but yeah, that video is floating around, sir.
Huh. Interesting. I hope it's not recent. Big fan of the Big Diesel, man.
I really, 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 really like the Big Diesel, man.
Snoop Dogg, to me, pretty much he's dead to me now.
I'll
never put Shaq in the he's dead to me category because he the bros and I love him.
Well, we gotta get down to again. Maybe he just didn't want to disrespect the president by not shaking his hand. Maybe the president pulled him towards him because he couldn't hear him. I don't know.
Why would anybody be concerned about disrespecting the president when he's disrespected people since the day he stepped on the political scene?
Well, yeah, I mean,
Donald Trump is belligerent. He's a fool. He's ignorant. He disrespects everybody. Why would we try not to disrespect him?
Well,
because he's the president.
If you sitting on the floor at the Hawks game, and Trump walks, you see him coming from the corner, about to walk by you because he's sitting 3 seats past you, and he gets right in front of you and stops and goes, "Oh, it's Doug Stewart," and he sticks his hand out. You gonna stay seated and not shake it?
Absolutely.
Oh wow. Okay.
100%. Why would I want to do anything or show any kind of affinity to Donald Trump, who's told like 30,000 lies documented in the last 8 years or 6 years?
Everything he says is a lie. Everything he says is a lie. Again, I just don't know what happened with Shaq to make Shaq do what just happened.
Right.
I just don't know.
I want to give him the benefit of the doubt. Absolutely. Let's go.
That video's got to be substantiated.
Hey man, the brackets are set, sir. Playoffs.
I love this. I love Dallas making it into the playoff without Kyrie. I love Memphis and Golden State in the play-in. I love Atlanta going up against Orlando in the play-in. And the meat, the teams that's in the black in the end, I am fired up. My Knicks are third in the East, sir.
I got a call from One of my favorite brothers in the world, K-Swiss. You know who K-Swiss is?
Who's K-Swiss?
Kip. Right. You got to know this brother understands, bro. He hit me yesterday. He's like, he got tickets to the first home game in the playoffs for the Hawks. And he's inviting me, one of his favorite brothers, evidently.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. So I'm excited, man. Going to be an interesting series. Hawks and Orlando.
They win that series, right? Orlando's not bad.
I'm going to tell you, man. That's a real coin toss based on what I've seen this year. But we'll see.
I've seen them hit or miss. Good luck.
Both of them are hit or miss. Orlando's real young. All right, next one, Tree, and you're watching the 2 Live Stews Experience.
People saying Shaq is a Republican. Oh boy.
We did the same thing with the defense about a week and a half ago.
Yes.
Now we're doing it for the offense, all-time NFL offense. So Barry at running back, Moss, Jerry Rice at the wideouts. This is the controversial part. They got T.O. as a third wide receiver. I want to talk to you about that in a second. Tight end, they got Tony Gonzalez, Tom Brady at quarterback. The offensive lineman, I really couldn't tell you from one offensive lineman to another how much degree one is better than the other. All of those guys are big-time names.
Larry Allen was a big behind guard. He was huge for a guard, man.
So this looks like to me that they took out the fullback position
and put another receiver in.
And put another receiver in to put T.O. in.
3 wides. Well, what fullback would you put on this all-time list? You know, there's a few good fullbacks, but I mean, they don't even use fullbacks anymore.
They don't use fullbacks no more.
Nope.
So does this say T.O. is the third wideout? T.O. is the what's it? The Z? Is it the flank? The flank is the Z. It's X, Y, and Z.
X and Y are on the outside.
Right. Z is the flanker.
No, I'm sorry. X and Z are on the outside.
Okay.
And it looks like Y. Look, man.
But this is pretty good.
I love this, man. And Jerry Rice gets overlooked often. I think you're one of the people that overlook Jerry Rice.
Nobody overlooks. No, I'm in the minority when I say Moss is a better wide receiver.
Okay.
Everybody respect Jerry Rice.
Okay. I'm fine with Jerry being the slot receiver if that's where he is. But it looks like they have T.O. in the slot here. I'm fine with Jerry being the slot receiver because of the size and speed of both of the other guys.
This
Ross,
is not...
Terrell Owens, and Randy Moss. Much bigger, much faster receivers than Jerry Rice.
Put it back up one more time, Tree. And people are going to have a problem with this, but that's fine. If you're going to have 3 wide receivers, I think I'd rather Calvin Johnson than T.O., man. That's just my personal opinion.
Calvin should be on this list, man.
Give me Calvin Johnson, who dropped less balls, was just as effective, faster. He probably ran a faster 40 than T.O. at the combine. I love T.O. Don't get it twisted.
Calvin's documented for a 4.3.
Yeah, give me Calvin
Johnson.
Documented
for at 240 pounds. He's documented at a 4.3.
Give me Calvin Johnson. Give me Calvin.
Shout out to Barry being the running back.
Right.
My former teammate.
That's kind of questionable too. No. Barry's the best running back that I think I've ever seen. Yeah. I was gonna say OJ or OJ's my favorite. All right, next one, Tree.
Jerry Rice in that slot would be killing folks. Oh boy.
Okay, so
this morning.
This is really to strike conversation. How many COVID shots did you take? This is from Project Nightfall. I don't even know who that is. How many COVID shots did you take, and how do you feel about it now? I thought this was interesting because I took 3 COVID shots. The first one, and then I did 2 more. I guess they called them boosters.
Yeah, that's what they called them.
Okay.
Yep.
And ever since I took them COVID shots, man, I've had these bouts with my feet getting cold as ice. I talked about this on the show before. Like once every week or so, my feet just feel like blocks of ice. And I never had that feeling before I took the COVID shot. So I do think that it's probably having some type of effect. And there's different occurrences. People are saying this is going on with me and this is going on with me. But yeah, man, I've got a problem with cold ass feet ever since them COVID shots, man. And I'm done. The last booster I took had me in the bed for 8 hours.
That's what you're supposed to sleep, man. You're supposed to sleep 8
No,
hours.
but I mean, no, I had. No, when I say 8 hours, I'm talking about during the day. I took it in the morning, and the entire day I was in the bed. I was bedridden. With you know, when you take the when you have the flu, you have those flu symptoms where you're achy all over.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was like, nah, I'm done with this shit.
I've pretty much taken a
Doug Frostbite's doing.
I'm a little ashamed to say this. I don't know if it's unfortunately or fortunately for me. I took my most recent booster a couple of weeks ago.
What?
Yeah,
man. No, I've been done with the COVID shots for about 1.5 years, 2 years maybe.
Every time I go to CVS and the pharmacist sees me, they're like, hey, Ryan, we got a COVID booster for you. I said, hey, I'll be right there.
So you all in for the shots?
Yeah, man. My wife works at a school, and I go to a school all the time, and there's kids there. Yep.
Yeah.
Morgan softball coaches. They're a grandfather and a grandmother. Their granddaughter plays on Morgan's team also. They've been gone from the team for the last 2 weeks because of COVID, man. So this thing is still out there.
Yeah.
And because my body is all jacked up from football, I don't know if I'm feeling bad because of the COVID shots or because of some hits from when Christian Okoye ran me over or Jamal Anderson ran me over.
Yeah. Damn. Jamal Anderson.
I did get ran over a couple of times in the league. Not proud of that, but it is what it is. So yeah, man, I don't know if it's the COVID shots or if it's just my regular ailments, but I have taken a COVID shot every time my pharmacist says, hey, we've got a shot for you, Ryan. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm on the way.
Yeah. I was pretty much the same, and don't get it twisted. I'm not anti-vaccination. No, hell no. I 100% took it because people were dying. Yeah. But the last one had me so down, man, that I was like, man, I don't want to do this again. I'm done with these boosters.
Hundreds and maybe even thousands of people dying per day, man.
Yeah, I think the tally. Remember CNN was keeping a tally? Like over 1 million people died. Like COVID is probably the craziest thing that we've ever seen in our lifetime. That whole saga.
A lot of people forced to take it. We'll read the text chats shortly. And all the super chatters, thank you very much. A lot of people were forced to take them shots, man. A lot of people were forced to take them shots. You want to travel for your job? Get that shot. You want to come to work? Get that shot.
And we usually push it very hard on Thursdays, but if you'd like to donate to the show, you can do it. If you want to keep this fine programming going, you can do it. Look to the bottom of the chat. To the right, you should see a dollar symbol. You can click on that and donate whatever is in your heart to the Two Live Stews and the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network.
Buff said COVID shots had him sick for 2 years.
Damn. That's not good. If you're watching the replay to the show, same thing. Go to the bottom of the chat. Look to the right. There's a heart symbol. Click on the heart symbol, and you can donate $1, $5, $10, $500, $5,000, whatever your heart desires.
Thank y'all so much. We really appreciate it.
Let's show the last meme tree. Is this the last one? Man, this was just totally unnecessary. I posted this.
This is so unnecessary. I posted this.
Yeah, because I just wanted to show the ignorance of people, man. Man, this ain't funny. Sometimes people just go too far. I know you agree with me, Ryan. And the meme is a dude in bed with, I don't know, a LeBron James plastic doll almost like. That's what it reminds me of.
All right. So what is that?
It almost reminds me of a plastic doll, one of them sexual plastic doll thingies almost.
What's that logo in the bottom left say?
NBA debate savior.
Okay. All right.
Just somebody started up their own group. That's all.
I got one question.
Yeah.
I got one question.
Mm-hmm.
And a comment. I'll do the comment first. You're wrong for posting that and adding me.
Whoa, wait a minute. Why am I wrong for posting that?
Okay. And secondly,
those people are wrong that did that.
Secondly, if they make that blanket or that comforter in a California King, where do I order it?
You were gonna say something like that. I knew you were gonna say something like that.
It's gotta be a California. But if they make it in a California king size, where do I get it?
What is a California king size?
That's the big beds, the real big ones. I need one to fit one of those beds.
So the California king size is bigger than a regular king size?
You've got king, And then you've got the California king.
Okay? I never heard that term before in my life.
If they sell that comforter in a California king size, order me one, I'll send you the money immediately. Shouts out to LeBron James.
Sydney Action Jackson, how old is this pitcher? Bron ain't been in Cleveland since 2018. That's right. And the fact that it's still floating around is disgusting.
I don't care if I get the Cleveland one, the Miami one, the Cleveland one, or the Laker one. As long as it's a California king, I'll pay for it.
Yeah. That's just people go too far, man. Why are you mocking the king like that?
Hey, for the record, he's one of the best athletes ever. It ain't got nothing to do with just basketball. In sports. Ever. That young man's phenomenal.
Yeah, I agree. Up next, the 2-minute trespass. Coachella tribute. Housekeeping. Read chat. We'll get into the chat. It's the 2 Hour Stews experience, baby.
Hey, man, do you feel, I hate to say this. This is going to sound really aggressive. But do you feel dumb leaving Jesus off your list? Something signifying Jesus? You don't feel, does that make you feel, again, this is going to sound aggressive. Does that make you feel stupid?
No.
To have an Easter list and you don't put a cross on it?
Absolutely not.
A Bible, nothing?
Absolutely not.
Wow.
The top 5 is supposed to be something lighthearted, and that's how I feel. I feel like the top 5 the results should be lighthearted, not, getting nails driven through your hand to the cross. I mean, that's just kind of how I look at it, I think.
But what is the reason for the season, though, Dougie? Come on.
True. That's true. But once again, I feel like this is lighthearted conversation.
That's the message.
Yeah. We all know what Easter's about.
No, clearly we don't, because somebody didn't put mention of that on their top 5.
Let's go to break, Tree.
All right, 2-minute trespass. Let's go. Oh, Missy Elliott. It's your boys, the 2 Hour Stews, Dustin and Ryan, to the makeup of those stews. My man Kip Gordon said, I really don't consider Missy a rapper.
I agree.
I'm not going to argue that.
Remember we did the top, we showed a list of female rappers last week.
I'm not going to argue
and
that.
And they had Missy like at 4 or 5. Like, I don't really even consider her a rapper. I mean, she's a rapper, but not like MC Lyte or Lauryn Hill rapper. She kind of got her own category. Hey, put that picture back up there of her, Tree. I want to see this young lady to her left. That's got to be her sister. And you're watching the 2 Hour Stews experience. Thank you for joining your boys on this Monday.
Man, we appreciate y'all. We really appreciate y'all.
Man, we can't tell you how much we appreciate y'all.
Yeah, man. Like hanging out with you guys, man.
Yeah.
Really like hanging out with you guys.
And ladies.
Yeah.
And ladies.
The ladies more than the guys. All right. I guess Tree said no. She don't want to, Doug.
She's got it coming. She's got it coming.
Watch this.
Your head gonna blow off by the time she figure out how to get it up. Oh man, money coming in on a Monday. Can't beat that.
I don't think y'all really know how this works.
Can you find it, please?
First of all, I made it on the fly, but now I got to find where I put it after I made it.
That's okay, Tree.
Okay?
We're not
Just
complaining.
give me no, but I want to be perfect, and yet
no, you can't be perfect. We're gonna stall you out.
I have a problem with that. Like that's a issue I have. So one moment, please. I don't know where I have it.
We're gonna stall you out.
It's time to read chat anyway, right? And can we do some housekeeping while I'm here? I don't want to take up a lot of your time. Mm-hmm. I just want to say that I have 2 things, just 2 things. The first thing is I messed up. Doug did put this down and I took it out because as a producer, my goal is to make things.
Now here you come trying to save his ass. You shouldn't be able to do this.
Thank you, Tree.
But his list is this list.
Thank you,
Tree.
It
is his list.
To save his ass.
Ryan, it is his list. And so it should be submitted.
This is what I sent to her.
After today, I will
real quick.
not. I will whatever y'all type. God help me. Oh, I don't do Ryan's list anymore.
And listen, the one thing about my list,
what y'all are doing is wrong. This is unfair. What y'all are doing.
Tree, put it back.
It is.
Tree, put it back up.
Ryan, this is a
my fault that
text.
it's not my fault that you had the ovaries to make the decision not to print that.
So
That's
listen,
got nothing to do with me and my list or the
Tree.
top 5. You printed the top 5. You posted the top 5. Now you're showing a second list. What the hell?
That's not a second list. It's just
a second list.
That's the list I sent her.
That is unlike the first list.
Tree, listen. Put it back up one more time. One thing I want to mention about my list is very lighthearted.
Yep.
You know, I tried my number one thing. I wanted to make you laugh. Everybody can relate to Easter suit, shirt, tie, and socks combination, but $99.
Everybody in the chat room, look at the bullshiggity that's going on.
Now I
got to figure out a way to stop them from posting 2 lists instead of sharing my list so they can have likewise. I got to figure something else out. Okay, I understand. All
thank
right,
you, Tree. Thank you, Tree, for fixing it. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you, Tree, for posting a second list. Yeah.
The other thing,
Doug, as long as you can win, Doug, I'll do whatever I can, Doug.
Okay.
Go ahead, Tree.
The other thing, if you don't mind, I just like to let everyone know that the Tea with Tree is returning May the 1st, Thursdays, 6 episodes, 8 p.m. This series will be regarding travel. It is going to be hosted with myself. I'm going to get a new host every time because I like to switch up. And so it's going to be featuring myself and Cher Teray. And we are going to be talking about travel, and it's exotic, erotic. It's 8 p.m. Y'all better come.
Perfect
No
timing
fun.
with the
Doug
travel.
wins with a revision. Crying Ryan is about to get hoodwinked yet again.
That's not a revision.
Tree, just trying to stir things up. And Ryan knows exactly what's going on with this whole thing.
This is the first time in Two Lives Two's history where Doug got to post 2 top 5 lists.
It's not the first time.
Tree, let's read chat. Just ignore
Thank you, Eric David. Thank you for your donation.
Thank you, Eric David.
Keep them jokes coming, Ryan. He only told one today, and we didn't get it. You got any more? He's not talking. All right.
Go ahead, Tree. Just ignore him. I've learned to do that over these years.
Center. From Loose Neck Side, 10 Commandments was on.
Doug changed the channel.
I can't even read. Oh God, can you write jokes for Ryan, please?
Yeah, I should. Just go ahead to the next one. So
it's good. It's good.
You know the equivalent of him popping off screen like this with his little logo is like an ostrich sticking their head in the ground.
From Griff.
For the record, I'm still here. For the record.
Jesus got up, for the record. From Griff. Thank you, Griff. Thank you for your donation. Great show, brothers. Doug and Ryan and sisters Tree and Arlie. Ryan, man, I would wait, who took it off? I would show my sons and the young brothers. Oh, I would let you mentor my sons and young brother. I don't know what he's trying to say. My son is 27 and I'm still concerned about him on occasion. This is a true fact. And that is why we cannot blame parents on everything that's going on. Yeah.
Yeah, these kids
Ryan,
are
your
influenced
mentor
by peers and stuff.
It's effery out here. Okay. From Jungle Brother. Thank you for your donation.
This is for
this
Ryan.
This is for Ryan, featuring Jesus instead of a rainbow
Easter bunny.
Easter bunny.
Yep.
Oh,
well, I mean, the third list that Doug puts up before the end of the show, he'll probably have a cross or something on it, or a Bible or something.
Tree, just ignore him, Tree. Go ahead, move on.
It's so hard. It's so hard.
Hey, chat room, y'all make sure you recognize that you can only vote for that first list that Doug put up.
From Robert, I'm sorry. I know there's more paid chat. From Robert DJ Easy Campbell. Damn, got Doug defending a loss.
I'm not defending anything. What Ryan is a miscategorizer.
Right.
And so I had to categorize it correctly. Yeah, he's a twister. He's a twister.
Yeah.
Twist.
He's an absolute twister.
I only put up one list though. And as a matter of fact, the reason why I put up my own list is so it doesn't get, destroyed or hacked. That's why I put it on my own list.
Thank you, Carrie. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Carrie.
Make sure Mrs. Stewart gets her coin. Happy birthday, Mom. Happy birthday. My mom will be 74 on Christmas.
That's another
Love
part
your
of this
mother.
whole mother birthday thing. We don't know how old our mother is.
She came cleaner with me this past weekend.
What'd she say?
Cleaner.
What'd she say?
She says she's 76.
Were you supposed to tell him? It's okay.
Well, she didn't tell me not to tell him.
So you're saying she had me at 13?
No.
We're saying your math is jacked up.
You're about to be 56.
I was just joking. Go ahead.
Yeah, you're about to be 56.
That was like this big revelation that we
I did
announced
not
on
know
live air.
I did not know prior to this weekend how old she was because
well, how did you think she was?
I thought she was going to be 77 or 78.
Okay. From Why Not?
And our mama did 3 days of Pilates last week.
That's right.
Good.
She back at it. She feeling good. Knock on wood. She had this little back issue for a couple of years, and last 3 weeks she's been working out. She's been walking in the park, and So.
Does she go to like a trainer, or she does it on her own?
She goes not a trainer, but she goes to a
YMCA.
We got a YMCA in our hometown.
I love the YMCA because I was
pool workouts and all kind of stuff.
Yes.
So proud of her.
From Why Not 2403, always here first thing in the morning.
Thank you, Why Not?
Thank you,
Why Not?
I
spent 31 years dealing with little and big ninjas like that kid Ryan. I tapped out and retired.
Wow.
Well, Why Not 24/3? All I want to say is this: you shouldn't be able to put up multiple lists. You just shouldn't be able to do that.
He's not even
That's
talking
just unfair.
He's not talking about that. He's
talking about you mentoring.
Oh my God.
That's
from Loose Neck Side. Jesus still loves you, Doug. He does.
I know he loved me. I know he loved me.
No mention of him on your list, though.
From Till Dog 12, thank you so much. Ryan really is a habitual line stepper.
You just horny, Till Dog. Hush.
Oh. Okay.
That's all. You just horny. I'll say it. I'll say the things that everybody else is thinking. Till Dog, you just horny.
What does that have to do with that comment he made?
Shut up, 2 List, Doug.
2 List. From Jungle Brother, preach Ryan regarding Nico. They paying Ark Manning $6 million and try to say his $2.4 million is enough. He'll be in North Carolina or Notre Dame on signing day, Wednesday.
Also heard that Colorado was interested. I don't know if Deion will pay that kind of money, but I heard that Colorado's interested. And I don't have any regret in my heart about telling these young kids get every penny they could get. I had 4 different head coaches at Georgia Tech when I was there. 4 different head coaches, 5 position coaches, and 4 different DB coaches.
Right. Ain't nobody explaining to you.
Where's the consistency in a player or for a player's growth with that? Yeah. Why was that happening? Because the coaches were coming and going as they saw fit for pay raises and better jobs. Don't come down on these kids now. Don't do
one thing we need to highlight a little bit more. Wednesday is transfer day or signing day, whatever you want to call it, for the portal.
Is there going to be a pop-up?
It's basically going to be a bunch of signings and transfers that they're going to promote the hell out of on sports radio and ESPN this Wednesday. Like, this is becoming an annual event that we're going to start paying attention to, kind of like the NFL draft. I can't wait.
It'll be on the joke.
It's not signing day.
It's transfer day. It's the same. It's the equivalent as signing day. You see what I'm saying? Like for high school, it's the equivalent.
That's
Where's
so
this
awesome,
kid going to come up at? Where's this kid going to go and play his college football at? I'm excited for Wednesday.
That is so awesome, man. That's awesome.
From Rough Buff, Tree told me to send you this for changing his list. What?
Look at that. See?
Thank you, Rough Buff.
You got people paying. Look at that. Yep, look at that. See, Rough Buff, thank you for coming clean, Rough Buff. Tree asked you to pay.
Go ahead, Tree.
Thank you.
Tree, Doug told me to send you this for changing his. Okay, see, minions, little minions. Doug from Till Dog 12. If that kid tried to walk away, they would have sucker punched him and jumped him. That kid wasn't wrong for protecting himself.
All right.
We weren't there, but it sounds like he did walk away to go get the shank. That's what it sounds like. I wasn't there.
Why are you calling it a shank? They're not in jail.
Well, he is now.
Oh God. I mean, that was it was not meant to be a joke, but
It wasn't.
Doug. Yeah,
It was
Doug.
not.
From Griff, Zimmerman was looking to kill. Absolutely was.
Yeah. He
From
was.
Tony Dorsett, Doug, with all the excessive talk, would be the worst lawyer for this kid.
Well, we talk for a living, or not really for a living, but we talk.
He said, well, we got to talk.
We talk to entertain y'all. That's what we do. I don't know what the hell else.
Yeah.
Real quick, Doug. We talked about transfer day being tomorrow.
Wednesday.
Okay, not tomorrow. Wednesday, sir. Last week, the minute after the national championship game in women's was played and UConn smashed South Carolina, 2 days later, Tania Latson, the number one scoring point guard in college women's college basketball, transferred to South Carolina.
Yes, she did.
Right.
She's transferred to South Carolina. So what's that make? Malaysia Full Wiley says, I'm out of this bitch now too. She's leaving South Carolina to go someplace else. These kids can do what they need to do to better their situations, and they should be able to.
Yeah, they're getting much smaller bags than these college football players, I would imagine, right? But they're getting something. They're getting deals.
It's a much smaller bag, but it's a bag nonetheless.
Right.
And Malaysia was a star for South Carolina, even though she was coming off the bench. But when the number one player, when it comes to scoring, comes to your team and plays the same position, that means you're not going to have the basketball. And she gets to go someplace else to play. We didn't have that luxury back then.
No, hell no.
Good for Malaysia Full Wiley, and good for Tania Latson as well.
From Carter 1911, Nico has gone about it the wrong way, though. He missed the majority of winter workouts, missed an important meeting with the head coach, and hasn't been in Knoxville in weeks. And how do we know that? Yeah, like where?
I'm siding with the kid before I sign with them damn Trumpsters in the administration at the University of Tennessee.
Carter 1911. Sorry about that. I took it down.
Carter 1911. Real quick. I remember Bobby Petrino being the head coach of the Atlanta Falcons on a Monday. And on a Wednesday, he was in Arkansas saying, "Hail Suey." I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear about the injustices that these kids had to deal with back in the day and the privileges that they have now. I don't want to hear it.
Everything he said. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead, Doug. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say everything he said in that text may actually be true, but I don't know, and I would doubt it because these people right here are masters of throwing salt on you.
Man.
When you separate, when you go your separate ways, they have a way of putting bugs in everybody's ear.
And y'all know that better than anybody.
Look bad, right? And we know that better than anybody.
Yep.
Okay. So I don't give a damn what anybody says. I'm believing the kid. I'm believing his story.
Allegedly, Nico's representatives contacted Ohio State like, "Hey, man, it ain't really about the money. We're looking for a better situation." And then they contacted Oregon and said the same thing. The Oregon coach calls Tennessee's coach like, "Hey, man, I'm here. Nico's on the it's free. He's free and clear."
Oh yeah, he's a bad kid. He's a bad kid. I can hear that right now. Yeah, he's just not a worker. Yeah. Could be totally false.
Exactly.
But Arch Manning can make $6 million and not play, and that's fine. But Nico wants to use his leverage. Whatever. And I need to clean something up. I did say that they were a Final Four team. Tennessee was not a Final Four team. They were a championship team playing for it all. Ohio State beat their backs out that first game, so they lost. Correction made. Thank you for mentioning that. I think I started, so you may read that. But I don't want to hear it. Let these kids use their leverage to get the most money that they can get during this time period.
These folks at our previous radio station got these people thinking we the boogeyman ourselves.
From Raymond A. Sutton, if Jeezy was defending himself, and if a kid can travel 2 states with an assault rifle and both can say they defended themselves, it seems to me that K.A. can say he defended himself. He can't say it. He can say it all day, except
right.
He's going to be judged by a jury of peers, and they're not going to look like him.
And they're
not going to look like him.
No, they should. That would be peers if they look like him.
Well, right. Peers would look like him.
Yeah,
Bottom line, he's not going to get the same treatment.
No.
And, he's not going to get the same treatment as Zimmerman did.
Do you think your guy is going to run down there to help him out? Do you know
Ben Crump?
anything?
Are you talking about Ben? Oh, probably 100%.
This would be a Ben Crump type of case. He's the people's lawyer. But I don't know. Maybe Ben is doing his due diligence because we would typically know by now.
Right.
You know what? No, and you know what? I take that back because Ben Crump is a civil attorney.
Oh, that's right.
And so he's fighting for people that are defending themselves.
Well, no, wait. He
usually tries to get the money.
He was Trayvon's lawyer.
That's how he became. That's where we know him from originally. I think.
I'm not sure if this is a Ben Crump type of case.
I think we've addressed this. Do you think the boots on the grounds dance is for women only? Thank you, Julius 35C.
I think originally it was for women only.
Doing that.
I think originally it was for women only. Then it caught fire.
You posted that video. You posted that video of the guy out in Orangeburg that had like 20,000 people out there. It was a bunch of men with fans and everything.
It was. But I thought they were. So it originally, Doug, when you sent me that the very first time we ever played a fans of boots, I said, did you mean to send me this? Isn't this man homosexual? And then you were like, no, I meant to send you that. So
no,
I thought it was that. That's before it got real popular.
I think that originally it had to be a song for women to do the fan. Then the dudes start picking up the fans, and it's just I don't think dudes should have the fans. That's all.
From Loose Neck, Sherry Shepherd still got those two midgets up top, though. That
video of Sherry Shepherd
often.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How many pounds do you think she's down?
Man, she was always chubby looking. She looked like she down 50 pounds to me. Maybe not 50, maybe 30 or so.
50 is a real number.
Yeah.
From Courtney Williams, there are a million female artists not popping ass, caveman Arlie.
No, but she's talking about her. She's talking about Glorilla. We weren't talking about anybody else. What does a mention artist not popping ass have to do with Glorilla? And these other artists, these million other artists you're talking about, don't have the platform and the stage and at the level Glorilla's at to influence young kids.
That was
Go ahead,
Courtney. It was Courtney Williams.
Courtney, don't come for Arlie. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh. Well, Courtney also said Glorilla Daddy adding a section to his church with her money.
Oh my gosh.
he might be.
No, that's not funny.
Doug.
Go ahead.
I can't. What? Never mind. I don't want to do it. You are old-fashioned.
Absolutely, 100%.
From Maurice Bird, Ryan, Tennessee was not a Final Four team.
Maurice, thank you, Maurice. Thank you, Maurice.
And if I'm super conservative too in a lot of areas, if the Republicans weren't asshole liars, I might have even been a Republican.
Okay, I could see that. I could totally see that, and I don't judge you for it.
If they wasn't asshole liars,
see, you and Tree do Republican type stuff like posting two lists, so you fit right in.
If they didn't lie,
cheat, steal,
they didn't incessantly lie and try to look for any way to
stuff
keep
you do with the top five. Yep.
If they didn't lie incessantly and do all these things to keep black folks down, to keep their foot on black folks' necks, I might have been a Republican.
I don't think we read this man's tweet or text. Ryan, Tennessee was not a Final Four team. They didn't even they didn't even win a playoff game. Both of you couldn't be more wrong in teabagging Nico.
You're wrong when it comes to Nico. These coaches can't for decades move around whenever they want. And now that the kids have the same leverage, several of those coaches that were getting high paid money, like Nick Saban and Dabo and Kirby Smart, had stipulations in their contracts that said, if anybody gets paid more money than me, the following year, my salary goes up.
Right. He sounds
you can't have that going on, but now you want Nico to stay someplace he don't want to stay for whatever the reason is. Stop it.
Sounds like a Tennessee fan to me.
Right. And that's exactly what I responded. I said, are you a Tennessee fan? Laugh out loud. I don't think he responded yet.
Clearly he's a Tennessee fan.
All right, we got to start hitting these because it's getting down to the wire. We got more donations coming in. Thank you so much. We love y'all. From Methuselah, shout out to the Trespass. Have a great week on purpose. Thank you, Methuselah.
Have a great week, my brother Methuselah. old as hell in this piece.
From Rough Buff. Please make sure Doug gets this. We don't need him in the podcast transfer.
Okay. Shouts out Rough Buff.
Agreed. So some of this is getting ready to come up out of here. Jungle Brother. Doug always wearing his LeBron hate cape.
How did I hate LeBron when I vehemently argued against and called those people petty that posted that?
Right. Because it wasn't people that posted it. It was you.
No, I did not post that. I did not post that.
It says your name underneath it, sir.
No, I posted it to mock the people that posted it.
This is perfect. Okay. Jashani, we've reached the old man yelling at cloud session of the show. Yes. We've got the jokes.
What's cloud session mean?
Well, just how you get elevated, pressure up, you know?
Gotcha.
From Sydney Action Jackson, the reason why the young folks don't listen is because old ninjas like Doug and Isaiah shit on everything they do. According to y'all, these young folks are always wrong. Agreed.
No,
I meant to say something.
That's absolutely not true. But constructive
you're
criticism.
You're a little harsh, Douglas.
Constructive
you don't
criticism,
have no bending room.
Everything ain't right, Tree. Constructive criticism has always been the normal in our community. The old school people told the young people when they were doing something wrong. So now everything is okay.
So
I'm
Isaiah
never
got a
gonna
problem.
abide by that.
Isaiah got a problem with LeBron being out there with no shirt on, but he didn't have a problem kissing Magic on the lips before the game.
Oh my gosh.
That did happen. Oh my God, I remember that.
He didn't have a problem doing that. So it's
I was in high school.
LeBron shouldn't be shirtless. They need to the commission needs to do something about that. But right before they tip the ball off, when everybody in the world is watching, him and Zeke and Magic kissing each other.
Yeah, 90.
That's okay though, Isaiah. No problem, Zeke. Y'all better stop it.
Well, Griff agrees with Doug. I do agree with Doug though. Glow doesn't have to do the booty shaking thing.
Unnecessary.
Shake thing.
It's all unnecessary. Evidently, it is necessary though in that industry.
Courtney Williams says you might as well stop it. Every child is not influenced by bad behavior, just like you two weren't influenced by it.
Yeah, of course there's no it's not 100%, but if you think that some of these kids out here aren't influenced by these artists and Glorilla in particular, you're crazy.
I remind
Tracy
my kids daily that their music they're listening to is not representative of their life. I know y'all like listening to it, but that's not who y'all are.
That's true. Tracy, thank you for being here. Shaq is a Republican supporter. Tracy says that. I don't know that. So we're going to say allegedly. From Methuselah, 4547 opposes anything that relates to being education. Opposes. Jungle Brother, I know for a fact Shaq donated to the Fraternal Order of Policemen.
Well, Shaq thinks he a police.
Yeah,
and I think he might even be one. They gave him a badge or something, right?
Yes, down in Miami, Dade County, I believe.
Hey, listen, I'm not anti-police. I'm just anti-police killing ninjas, incessantly.
KT, thank you for reminding us that Shaq was always also against Kaepernick.
Oh boy, wow! I don't remember that. Damn.
From Loose Neck, he had 3 COVID shots and they actually worked better than a blue pill.
Oh, really? What? Courtney, you see Courtney's message?
Not that I know anything. Not that I know anything about blue pills. I don't need that.
Well, Courtney gave us $2. Thank you so much, Courtney.
Thank you, Courtney.
He loves Arlie. It was all jokes.
All good, Courtney.
Okay, Ryan threatened him, and then he came back.
I wasn't a threat, Tree. It wasn't a threat. It wasn't a threat.
It was kind of threatish.
A little bit. I was feeling like that. From Ty Davison, his job at his job, they couldn't get COVID pay if they weren't vaccinated. He got the first one and he caught COVID before he got the second one, and they refused to pay me. He was out for 11 days. Baby, in California, honey, that money, I felt sorry for y'all. That's all I can say. Brian didn't want y'all to have nothing. And I never got COVID.
I don't think I ever got it either.
Well, is it one of those things where y'all may have had it, just didn't realize it? Thinking it was just cold?
I think I didn't get it because I'm on blood thinners, and part of that was where it would attack people's lungs and stuff. I don't know. I've never had it. In Jesus' name. Courtney said he needed his job, so he took it twice.
Oh, yeah.
People had no choice.
Oh,
I didn't like how they were shaming people, though.
They were shaming
that was some
people.
bullshit right
They were
there.
shaming people.
Well, because they were passing COVID to people and they were dying. It's not shaming. Y'all consider that shaming if you said you need to take the shot?
I don't trust the government like you, so.
Well,
But I
took trust the government, but I mean, they had actual tallies every day. How many people were dying?
It's their body. They get to do what they want. It might not align with us.
This is definitely
a pop-up that we don't need to talk about it. We don't need to bring COVID back. And by the way, it's not gone. That's all. I mean, Black Diamond says she took 2. She was sick after the first one, but was okay after the second one. She refused to get any more. Same. I'm not getting any more.
Prior to every shot I've taken, I consulted with several frat brothers that are doctors, and they were all like, "Yeah, man, go ahead and take it." I mean, and still to this day, whenever they tell us we got to give your kids a vaccination, I get the name of the vaccination and I text my cousin like, "Hey, they're saying they got to give the kids this right here. Give me your thoughts." He'd be like, "Okay, that's cool. You ain't got to do that. That's up to you." You know, so I always consult with people that are from that industry to make sure I'm doing the right thing.
Sydney says he's not taking another COVID shot. That second shot knocked me on my ass. Yes, I had COVID twice, and the side effects of that second shot was way worse.
And I'm telling you, you talking about getting knocked in your ass. I was knocked on my ass.
Looseneck said he had all his COVID shots, but he felt like it was a choice, and he didn't like people being forced to take them either. Yeah.
Well, yeah. If you aren't forced to be, if I understand you not being forced to take them. But if you don't take it, you can't come around other people that did.
Well, exactly.
You can't come around other people that did. That's the point.
I was getting daily phone calls where people dying. I was not going to hesitate to take that shot.
It wasn't about you getting the shot. And this is real political stuff. We can't get into this because we can only touch the surface. It ain't about you taking the shot and whether you felt that it was a scam or some type of trick by the government or whatever. It was that you getting COVID and passing it on to somebody else might kill them. It wasn't about you getting the shot. That's what I don't get people to understand.
When my wife came home with it, she was expecting me to sleep in the other room the night, and I jumped right in the bed with her. I did, and I ended up catching it too. But I knew I was going to.
Well, you might as well, yeah.
Right. So let's do it together right now instead of you being isolated. And then when you get out, I know.
Yeah, that's dumb.
I'm riding the die right now with you. Let's go.
From Rel Scott, he said he thought that the LeBron with the blanket situation was Ryan.
And that's what Doug wanted y'all to think. That's what Doug wanted y'all to think.
That's not true. That's not true. You just say stuff and you just expect people to believe it. That's not true.
Well, if you can find it in a California
I actually defended LeBron's honor in that meme. What are you talking about?
Man,
we got 2 more.
We know who you are.
And I really don't want to do this, but Truck D says Ryan's list looks professional.
Thank you, Truck D. Thank you, Truck D.
His list looks bootleg as hell.
Thank you, Truck D.
But you should send me so I can at least make it.
No, let him go.
No way.
But I think that makes good for the
never
show.
Look at my list again. You hear me? You'll never see my list again.
Thank you, Truck D. Another donation. I'm a Tennessee fan. Nico wasn't the reason Tennessee won. It was a great defense and a top running back.
Well,
he was getting
evidently a lot of the winning did have to do with him because he about to get about $2 to $3 million.
Right. He gonna get more money.
Some people think he did a good job.
And Truck D, I looked at his numbers. They weren't explosive. They weren't bad. But, he's one of the reasons why they did have success. Now, in the postseason, he didn't play well against Ohio State. But who did? They won it all.
Whew, so much chat. I wish we could just read it all, but
thank y'all so
how
much.
How much chat today, Ryan?
At one point in time, I saw 400 and something.
Oof, this is it. Yep. Jashani, Doug's list looked like what preschoolers say if they ask them to tell you something.
I wasn't trying to get all serious and into religion. I was trying to be lighthearted and have a good time. And
thank you.
Ryan talking about
crosses and such.
Nailing railroad spikes in people's hands.
Yep.
That's not Monday morning radio.
Everybody that gave Super Chat, thank y'all so very much. I mean, we really appreciate it. Damn, it's a Monday, and y'all
talking about bunnies and eggs, culling eggs, and you talking about crucifixions.
Y'all showed up big time on a Monday. Thank y'all so much, Super Chatters. And everybody in the chat room, thank y'all for being here. We really appreciate it. Y'all,
thank y'all.
Y'all really moved the conversation a lot with your chat, and we really appreciate it.
Yeah, I thank y'all.
Thank
really
you for the
do.
corrections also. Tree, outstanding job. Tree gets an A- today. Wonderful job, Tree.
Tree, great job. Great job, Tree. Tree, let me say something for the record. Just ignore this guy, Tree. I've been doing it for 50-something years. Right. You just have to ignore him. Right. I talked about this last week. Our old man pulled me to the side. He's like, man, just ignore him, Ducky. That's exactly how he talked, too. If you knew my old man, you would understand. Just ignore him, man. He's just trying to get under your skin.
And the reason why Tree got a minus with her A is because she did it again. She tried to sabotage the show. Sabotage the top five. It gave Doug another graphic. I'm certain they'll print one that's redone. But Dogs and Poodles, y'all saw it firsthand right along with me, and y'all are standing beside me. Thank you for supporting me with your vote. Hollywood, wherever you are, thank you very much. A+, outstanding job. Thank you. Dougie, I'm giving you an A, begrudgingly.
Yeah.
I'm giving you an A.
I'm giving you an A, too. I don't know why, but something tells me I should give you an A.
Begrudgingly. What you guys try to do with the top five, I don't know what else y'all want me to do. I'm already not sharing mine, not posting mine until you post your. I mean, I don't know what else y'all want me to do. But it's got to be fair, y'all. It's got to be fair. God is good all the time, and all the time God is good. If you don't know him, you need to find him and show him love. That's all he's showing you, nothing but love. It's sounding like there'll be a pop-up this week. I know for a fact there'll be a Joe in the huddle with Joe Ham on Wednesday. We got a lot to talk about. He's got some choice words about Nico as well from Tennessee. So we'll see y'all this week. And if not, we'll see you back on Thursday morning for the next Two Live Stews experience. Thank y'all, and I appreciate your votes. Thank y'all, and I appreciate your votes. Trey and Doug shouldn't be able to cheat me like they've been doing. Thank y'all. I appreciate your votes.